So, real quick, because we already just played a recap, but the party left Carrickfern. They tried to get into the vault. It didn't work out so well. Mm-hmm. They did some recon, though, and saw some different layers, or heard different layers of the vault. They forgot about Nibbles, who appeared in the anti-magic room. Then that was a whole thing. Then they reached out to Brother Drander. Brother Drander reached out to them and was like, hey, how you guys doing?
And we were like, hey, you're doing good. And he was like, hey, there's orcs around here. And we were like, oh, we'll be there immediately. And we were.
So, well, Rick was
Rick
immediately.
Decided that, yep.
Then the rest of the party showed up in a reasonable amount of time. And then after the fact, they were like, okay, what's going on? He gave them a very, very brief recap. And they got more or less, they were reveling in the updates that have been completed at Valeguard Spire, how all outside buildings are complete. They looked at the different layers inside. They went and visited the vault down in the basement. And then they got a message the next morning from the Bibliosoft in Carrickfern, and it's like, I guess you guys didn't want your rat? And they're like, oh, shit.
We should probably
Or your dinosaur that's out front the gate.
But you guys got all that, right? Did we not do that yet?
We didn't do that yet.
No. That's a shame.
Let's do it.
All right. So
we teleport back.
All right. So you guys teleport back via teleportation search.
It's the next day.
It's the next day. Yes.
It's the next day.
Who's the leader?
Wave.
All right.
Let's teleport back and get it, and then come back and deal with the orcs.
Cool.
That's what I said.
You guys do that. I'm going to work on the defenses here because you don't need my help to go teleport twice.
Actually, I'm going to help too. It's a good idea.
You guys can do it, right?
Wait, I don't know that's... The Bibliosoft might be looking for you specifically.
Nah, she knows you guys.
What if they found something with Nibbles?
What do you mean?
And they modified his memory. That was the entire
That was
idea.
what was
How
happening.
about,
I
got an idea.
I forgot what was happening.
How about you go,
I mean, we could. I just don't want.
right? And then you should stay and maybe help set up sneaky traps just in case orcs come.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Why don't you see if you can infiltrate the defenses? How easy it would be for you.
Just one or like a percentage?
Just
one
one.
through it. I mean, there's orcs in the area. That's what we can. So
8.
it's important to see how well defended we are. I was just planning on pushing some of those big rocks from the river up the hill. That was my whole plan. So, I was going to utilize my strength, push them up the hill, and then that way if orcs come, we could just roll them down on them. But I can do that later. So, Wildfire, would you like to go retrieve our pets?
I just may?
No, I'll come with you.
Oh. Yeah, alright.
I don't see why we wouldn't all go.
Yeah.
Oh, just a good start on the day. But here we go.
That's the
Hey.
Alright, so we all go together.
I feel like there was another thing that I wanted to do.
I feel like this is like going to take like a half hour.
Yeah.
Tops, so I don't think it's that big a deal.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be a big deal for you guys to do by yourself. But we'll go.
Sure. But yeah, why don't we just go?
All right.
We'll go.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So, first though, you find a set of spectacles.
Ooh. Do like spectacles.
So you have like.
Are they magic? They're just.
No, they're spectacles. They make you look very smart though.
Oh, cool.
The trinket is they make you look as smart as your wizard friends.
Neat.
And I need you to roll me a d20 there, Drake.
All right. 18.
While raging now,
Okay.
on your newly ascended to Rick the White,
Right.
you hover a half an inch off the ground.
He doesn't move his legs anymore. He just at people.
You know what I imagine? I imagine it's like melee Bowser running. Just like, you know what I'm
Yeah, just by anger. Just moves. 25 feet every 6 seconds.
Unless,
I like it.
unless you're dashing, which you can do while you're raging.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. Alright, I love it. Thank you, Internet.
Okay. So, anyway.
Yeah, I guess, work on the defenses. We'll be back.
Alright, cool.
Shall we?
I think so. We go. We
Okay.
teleport
Okay.
back. So wait, to get back here, do I have to like teleport us, or can we just use the can Brother Drander like summon us? Like, do I have to use a spell?
I think you have to use a spell.
Oh, alright.
Well, you're using a spell to get back there.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then that's because we got to get the
So I gotta
dinosaur.
use 2 spells.
Yeah. We're probably gonna have to
Two-
stop off at a shop and pick you up some more
Yeah.
magic chalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 5th level spells?
Do you have to?
I think is teleportation circle, or is it 6th?
I have 2 fifth left.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're right.
Yeah, teleportation circle is 5th.
All right. Cool. We'll be back.
Okay.
Alright.
Deuces.
Good luck.
Woohoo!
Okay. You guys
Jump through the
leave.
circle. Yep.
Then you end in Carrick Fairn in the temple.
Does anyone notice us?
Do we know where the rat is? It's with the biblio.
Nope.
We don't?
No,
Well-
nobody notices you.
Okay.
No one's there.
Let's stick around. It'll be fun.
I'm pushing rocks up the hill.
I'm helping.
Okay.
Oh, in the
In case they're
we told
orcs.
Bibliosoft to drop him off with
Craig.
Crag. So we'll head over to Crag's.
Alright.
Okay. You guys make your way over to Craig's. And there's like a table where the plans are, and Nibbles is not invisible on the table, absorbing the plans.
Hi,
Hey,
Nichols.
And Nibbles is just like, oh, hey.
Sorry, we got a message from Brother Drander that orcs were attacking, but like not right this second. But that wasn't as clear, so we're here. Shall we?
Ready?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Okay. What's up?
Fine. How do you feel?
I feel fine. Thanks for asking.
All right.
What you looking at?
Plans, armor plans.
Cool. Cool.
Remember the whole thing where we looked at all these plans like a couple days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Doing more of that
Cool.
Cool.
because you guys were here, and then you let me go with some kind of stranger,
Yeah,
and
we
then
had
you
to.
left me alone and seemingly forgot about me.
No, we would never
Yeah.
forget about
No,
you.
because she said, "Do you want your rat?" when I was in the room.
Yeah, and we said
Yes.
yeah. And then
Yeah,
we came right
but-
back.
But like, why didn't you just wait?
Oh, because
We thought
Brother Drander
was in
said
trouble.
orcs were attacking, so that took precedent.
And you know, Rick,
We
he
went-
heard that and was just like, "Ah!"
What's Nibbles'
And just
wisdom? Nibbles is gonna make an insight check.
All the things was +1.
All right. So Nibbles made an insight check. You guys are not technically lying,
We're not.
but you're not.
They're right that they heard about the orcs and
They
Rick
true.
immediately
They true.
left.
That is true. All right.
I mean, I'm willing to make a deception check.
Sure. Make a deception check.
26.
Okay.
It flies with nibbles.
Yeah, he's not.
Cool. That's
He's
good.
like, all right, well, let's go then.
Cool.
My hands are going.
We gotta also go get
Yeah.
Spike. Is this one Spike?
Yes, this one's back. Little Rex stays at
Okay.
home base. So we'll go get Spike and see if we can.
Chop, chop,
Oh, no.
chop,
Yeah,
chop,
chop.
chop.
Okay, so this takes like the better part of it takes at least like 3 or 4 hours just to get into Carrick Fair
Yeah.
from the exit. So you guys are alone working on pushing rocks up hills for like 5 hours.
Cool. We stop for lunch. We have a nice lunch.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you feel like doing?
Shocking.
Nope, I'm alright.
Just sipping up soup through a straw real quick. Got it.
Yep.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
I thought this was the spoon.
Ah,
I
could
thought it was like a ramen scenario.
Yep, that's us eating lunch, and then after that, cool. So I want to just set up the rocks so that they're in a defendable. You know, there's a road up, right? There's the
Mhm.
main go. So I just kind of want them like near the gate, ready to push down on
I
the
see.
road.
Okay.
My hope for Rick is I want Smart Rick to try and design a Rube Goldberg device that makes breakfast.
Well, the thing is that Smart Rick's more of like a chef than he is of like an inventor.
Well, maybe.
Oz could do that, and then he would show it to Rick, and Rick would like love it. He'd love that idea.
Maybe give me some pointers on the pancake batter recipe.
Yeah. Rick could.
Actually, if you use buttermilk, it comes out gives it more like of a crust, so it's like crispy on the outside. And
Right. It's the most important thing is to not over mix.
I thought you just like make it like a pudding.
I
consistency.
mean, you do, but if you overmix it, then that kills all of the air from mixing the ingredients, and so they won't rise correctly.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
I learned so much
There you go.
from your fucking hat.
I mean,
That's not fair.
I mean, I feel like Rick knew that anyway.
Yeah.
He did already know how to make pancakes. He wasn't smart, but he wasn't an idiot, and he was a good cook. But now he understands
All of
why.
those things are true.
That's fair.
Yeah. So anything else? Nothing else. That's what you guys
Well,
do.
we'll wait for these guys to get back before we start questioning Brother Drander
Okay.
about things.
So 5 hours go by. All of this travel, get the thing. You find Spike and the cart are where they were supposed to be.
Cool.
So no issues. They seem no worse for the wear.
Cool.
And then I take it you guys just teleport back.
Just right back.
Mhm.
Wait, before we do that, you brought up a good point last week that if we use the teleportation circle back, does that put us on the roof? Like, will Spike be able to get down?
Oh
You
yeah.
brought that up last
Yes,
time,
we were
and
on
we
the roof.
didn't.
Yes. The answer was yes.
The answer was yes, so we didn't think this through today like we did last Tuesday.
Mhm. Do you?
We don't have access to like a bag of holding or anything.
If we
right?
did,
it
well,
wouldn't fit
no,
on the cart.
You
nothing
couldn't
never
fit
mind.
it. You couldn't fit it in anyway.
Oh,
So no. The answer is no on all
Is
cases.
the stairway wide enough for Spike?
You have it right in front of you there.
It's not.
is this gonna be another horse situation?
Oh no, we figured it out! You were gonna cast Levitate. You were gonna switch out one of your spells.
Oh
so you
yeah.
cast Levitate, so we can
Floating.
levitate them and then
These are
just like
five-
gently
five
float
foot?
them down.
Yeah, there's no way.
That.
You're getting enough.
Like that.
Okay. Woo! I'm glad we figured that out before we teleported onto the roof.
Yeah, I didn't
What?
remember talking about that at all.
Well,
I know we did, but now that you've said it.
Double check the levitate spell.
no. I mean, I'm going to, but I was going to say more or less figure out what spell you swapped out for levitate,
That is
because there is the potential you may find yourself in combat, so you need to lose a spell that you have currently prepared in place.
What
level
level?
1 or 2? 2.
I mean, you could. Oh, it has to be the same level.
Yeah.
Gorging. Oh, I'll get rid of that one.
Yeah, do it.
I get rid of calm emotions.
Nice.
You can't, because that's one of the ones that was automatically given to you
fair
from
enough.
the Phoenix.
Oh, it was?
A target that weighs 500 pounds, up to 500 pounds.
So I have Shatter and Scorching Ray, or is Scorching Ray part of something else too?
Scorching Ray is from the Phoenix too.
Right. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, that's that.
D&D Beyond.
Um,
All in there, folks.
500 pounds with
You
levitate.
can see it. It's all there.
The cart might be
The
less
cart,
than
you could do the
500
cart for sure.
pounds.
Yeah.
Card would be no
let's-
problem.
So is
Let's
Shatter?
look out some more spells.
Is Shatter my only technical second level spell?
Oh, could you swap out for like Tensor's floating disc or something?
That's, I don't think it's strong enough either.
Alright, so I swap out
I
Shatter.
think it's. I don't know if it's a sorcerer spell.
I don't think it's a sorcerer spell.
So you guys remember when we had a horse that one time in a different
Yes,
timeline?
yes, it's that exactly. I'm trying to not have
That
one.
happened
I'm
again.
trying not to traumatize Spike.
It's not like it's a regular Triceratops that you had the eyes gouged out of.
It's a lot like that.
I don't feel like it.
Already.
It's a lot like that.
To be replaced with robotic headlight eyes.
Oh shit.
Which happened for those
Well,
of you.
how much do they think Spike weighs?
Well,
They're right there next to him.
Freaking dinosaur.
I would guess.
he's,
at least
yeah,
1,000
and he was a
pounds.
grown dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
Yeah, I mean 500 would
agree.
be a light
Dinosaur.
amount. Like 500 would be the minimum. Like Little Rick is probably 500 pounds.
Can Spike? Is Spike a willing creature
Depends.
for the fly spell?
Do you have the fly spell?
No, we would have to wait until tomorrow so Celine can swap out another spell. But it is on the sorcerer list.
No, it works.
What am I having to do? I was
I'm
focusing
trying.
on things.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way for us to actually do this.
Can we say that?
Oh.
She would have known that levitate wouldn't have been strong enough.
What was she gonna do with the cart?
Yeah.
We could just load the cart with ropes.
And attached to what?
Or
Attached.
disassemble it.
Yeah, take it down.
Leave it up there.
Attach it to
Leave it up there.
the
Leave it up there for when we
dinosaur.
leave.
someplace.
No,
When we
attach
leave.
it to the dinosaur. Lower the cart down.
Either that or we
Well, I'm
just
just
And then
saying,
we
it
get
would
the
be more
dinosaur.
important to get Spike down the same day than it would to be to get the cart down the same day.
either
Yes.
that or try and sell them.
Yeah, well, you guys are there. You
Yeah.
don't do that.
See if anyone in. No, I want to keep Spike.
I can see Oz having that exact
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
right?
conversation. Like, well, we can always sell him.
No.
Nah, that's fake.
Without dimension.
Same size.
Thunderstep.
Ah, there it is.
Dimension Door and Thunderstep, I think, both require you to be the creature of the same size or smaller.
Okay.
So no. Fly would be, in theory, one that would work. Because assuming that you can make a sufficient animal handling check to convey to this dinosaur that you're going to give it the power of flight, and then, therefore, it is a willing creature,
Right.
it could fly.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Fly makes the most
I
sense.
have an idea.
Okay.
Believe in you.
Sean, what do you have?
And I have one idea.
Can we put the boots of spider climbing on Spike?
Ooh.
No. It's polymorph.
Polymorph.
Turn him into a frog.
Yeah, that would work perfectly.
Walk down the stairs.
That would work.
He would. Spike would get a wisdom save against your spell save DC.
Okay.
So that would be.
Do you have polymorph prepared?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
So then you don't have to change anything out, in theory.
So we could try that.
That sounds like the best idea so far. Plus,
Yeah.
if it doesn't work the first time, you can do it again.
Well, here's the thing. You may be getting into combat today, and you already blew 2 5th level spells, and now you're going to blow a 4th level spell and maybe more.
Maybe.
I'm just throwing it out there.
What else we?
Listen,
We have no
Fine,
better
you got
ideas.
sorcery points.
I'm just saying, you guys had...
That's true. We
If I
should turn some
need-
sorcery points
No,
into
I'm-
spell
Plus,
slot.
the day's halfway over.
It's
after
like
lunch.
noon. It's just...
You said 5 hours.
You said 5 hours.
We got up at 8.
I don't believe that. You guys are adventurers. It's wintertime. So you guys get up at like 6.
Oh, no.
At dawn, that's
it's
typical.
not even noon yet.
That's typical adventuring day, is you start at 6 a.m.
I don't know what kind of adventurers you think we are.
The kind that
sleeping.
live in a fantasy world.
Where there's no electricity and no reason to stay awake. And
Yeah.
You're like, oh, look, it's dark. I guess we'll just
Sleep
go
time.
to sleep.
Unless you have a very interesting book to read, there's really no reason to stay up late.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
All right.
All right, let's do that.
Cool. Do that.
All right.
So
Okay.
we go back.
So you use your second teleportation circle,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is your last 5th level spell slot. I
For
think.
today, for now.
Yep. To get yourself back. So you're there. Now you're on the top of the tower with the cart
Mm-hmm.
and Spike.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bug.
No, we'll see. Let me figure out what the wisdom of a Triceratops is. I think it's not that great, so should be okay. It is a 0. So we're just straight die roll. I gotta beat a 17.
Mm-hmm. Beat a 17. Try it again.
14. We're good.
Cool.
That's much better.
Yes. I was watching Pat's face that whole time. I could just see.
All right,
He
wait,
was
Knew it was
waiting
gonna
for-
happen. I just
Yup.
knew it.
Yep.
wait until we get Spike down before you do levitate, because I think they're both concentration.
I think you're right.
So I quickly run down the stairs and
Hey, Harrison,
Yeah.
this is Spike.
This is a frog.
We turned him into a frog. So I wanted you on hand, so when we turn him back, in case we need a little calming influence.
All right.
Rick,
Yeah,
you're good with animals too, right?
I am.
So can you come help?
No, of course.
All right, thank you.
How'd things go?
Well,
Fine, we got him.
Nice.
go for it, wildfire!
Okay. So.
Turns back into a Triceratops.
Does he have a crisis of...
Yeah, a little bit. It's like trying to put a horse on a boat.
Is that bad, huh?
Wow.
such a specific metaphor.
Yeah.
Simile, sorry.
Yes.
I kind of want to start saying that in my real life.
Similarly,
It's like trying to put a horse on a boat.
you know, sometimes you gotta put a horse on a boat.
I mean, horses have gone on boats. It's not unreasonable.
Yeah, but they're
Not
probably
like that. They haven't. They walk a gangplank like a normal horse.
Well, sometimes you don't have a gangplank, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, no.
Said
Sometimes
got
you-
ropes and sheer will.
Sometimes you buy a horse when you're marooned on on the north coast of a continent and say, I'm going to buy that horse for more money than I
just take a loan.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to take out a loan.
Magical loan.
A magical loan
That hurts you.
that hurts your brain
Bad.
for a horse that you can't take with
Right.
Um,
So can I make an animal handling check?
you. Sure.
Okay.
Or you can aid Harrison.
So what about all the
I'm gonna make one.
I think you can just kind of like.
+3.
Plus 5. So 23, 25.
Okay. Yeah, between the two of you, you are able to calm Spike down.
Nice. Good. Good spike.
His like headlights are just like high beams, low beams, high beams.
Oh,
Low beams.
no.
He's freaking out.
He's flashing us. That's bad news.
Yeah.
We just
No, they're fine.
Okay,
He
cool.
just was like
we're freaking
in
out.
terror.
Yeah.
He can't widen and you can't widen his eyes because they're the same size all the time because they're not eyes anymore.
Yeah.
Although he can still see, so they are technically eyes.
Yeah. They look adorable.
You know, in a weird mechanical.
In a weird
way.
mechanical sort of, in a Wall-E-esque style.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So we calm him down.
Yes, he's calm.
Would you guys like some lunch?
Miniature
would love some
Nick?
crises averted for the moment.
All right, so what's our next move, guys?
Well, we waited, but I think one of us should go talk to Brother Drander and Sorrow, perhaps, and see exactly what's been going on. If we need to head to the nearby town, the name of which escapes me currently, but Wickham. I remember now. Almost. You know how sometimes it's like a voice in your head.
You
Remind you of
horses?
things. Oh, you don't have like an inner monologue?
No, I do, but
That's not what you said. You said voices.
Yeah, it's my voice.
Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
Or a voice which has sounded like mine on occasion.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
I don't know what you're
That-
talking about.
It's a good idea.
No,
And
they
we'll
don't
see
get
how
it.
they're doing. What?
They don't get it.
It's okay. What do you think? You're the leader.
Yeah.
So anyway, while this has been happening, you guys can make me perception checks because you guys have basically just been like off pushing rocks
Yeah.
in the distance for 5 hours.
An 11.
Okay.
I'm focused. It's important to train your body.
25.
That is important.
I'm gonna say it's just a straight roll though, not advantage,
Okay.
because you're actively working.
So I couldn't use guidance either.
You wouldn't know to use guidance because you weren't thinking to.
14.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you guys were pretty absorbed in your rock pushing. So you guys go and find Brother Drander, and he is in the barracks. You guys were more or less at the main tower, and you can see when you go in there, he's actually conversing with someone who has a kind of burly-looking dude with his right arm is in a sling. He's got like bandages around his head. He looks like pretty beat up.
Are they talking?
They're having a conversation, and they stop, and they see you guys approach,
All right. So,
and he's just like,
say your thing.
Oh there, traveler!
See, you're injured. What brings you to this neck of the woods?
he says, well, I've been out patrolling, and things didn't go so well.
No.
No, those orcs are, I don't know, never seen anything like it.
What, did you have others with you?
I did.
Patrolling what? From where?
From Wickham up this way further south.
Oh, okay.
Because I know like the Valeguard are supposed to be
Yeah.
in the area, but
We just got back. That's
yes. So there's been apparent, raids on all along the river,
Oh.
traveling down to Westwick. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
All the way that far south?
Well, I mean, that's where we're patrolling.
Okay.
Because that's the nearest trade route.
Right.
Down to the nearest trade city.
All right.
So he'll introduce himself as Anton, and he is kind of a member of one of the local sort of militia of Wickham. And he'll basically tell you that they were, Wickham and Westwick to a lesser extent had heard that there were these orc raids increasing, which, so they wanted to send people out to inspect, to make sure the trade routes were clear, make sure everything was going well. So let's see, this would be, this would have been between Westwick and the Rods of Justice, which are the ruling body of Wickham.
Okay.
Sent these guys out, like a small group, to just survey, see what's going on. Because, merchants making their way down, people have not been showing up, people have been disappearing.
Cool. Do we have the map? I have the map of the area, right? He had one of those. So basically,
You're gonna have to go all the way open, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So they've been going up and down the Hatches Creek.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. From further south, down by, they've been kind of going up this way, but they know that the Valeguard are further up here.
Right.
So.
Okay. Cool. Has there been any word from Trellberg?
No. They tell you that, or he tells you that, some merchants, a couple of them have managed to escape, and he says him and his folks, they're used to like pitched battles,
Right.
in a city, defending the city.
Sure, yeah.
Not any of this sneaking around through the woods nonsense.
Nonsense.
That's a whole nother type. So his folks are not acclimated to that kind of combat.
Right. Yes, of course.
So he lost a lot of his folks out trying to do this. They fought a battle back to Wickham, managed to make their way back. Everything seemed to be fine. A couple of merchants had made it back from one of these attacks and have been saying things like some of the orcs they've been taking prisoners.
Okay.
And touting about how they're going to be slaves.
Oh, geez. All right.
Live their future lives as slaves. And he says him and his team they actually got there as an attack was happening on a merchant caravan. And what was strange was there was no leader amongst that group of orcs, but they were working in perfect unison as a well-organized troop.
Unusual.
Yes, and he said they all had pitch black teeth.
Okay.
And they were their war cry was Malar.
Has Rick ever heard of Malar?
You can make me a religion check.
Oh, that's intelligence based.
It is.
Plus 4. Plus 4. Plus 4, 13. Plus 4 is 17. Plus 4 is 21.
Yeah, Malar is a dark god, also known as the Beast Lord.
Ooh.
Kind of feral, animalistic. Not typically an orc deity, right? Grumsh is the main one.
Right. Is he an orc god specifically?
No,
he's
it's a
just
human.
generally.
It's an evil, regular,
Okay.
general pantheon god.
But apparently, and he's evil.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I don't think I have. There's some stuff about him in the player's handbook. I don't have one right here.
That's okay.
In the
I
back
got
of
one.
it. Yeah, if you flip to the back where the deities are, there's a thing about.
He's got a little blurb
Just very, very minimal.
on that table.
Yeah, on that table actually.
Way back.
Oh,
One of the last pages.
This is a Sword Coast Adventures Guide. Probably has a little bit more. Right.
Right on here.
The Beast Lord, the black-blooded one, the dark epitomizes the dark side of nature, the world that is red in tooth and claw.
Okay.
Faithful believe the hunt is a center point between life and death, facing off of hunter and prey, forcing the issue of who lives and who dies.
Okay, cool.
That might explain why they were working so well in harmony. They have some kind of
Natural.
they're working as a pack
with pack tactics.
with tactics that were pack-like.
Yeah. No, that makes good sense. makes you wonder why they'd be taking prisoners. Although, if they've been taking prisoners, that means that some of your compatriots
Yeah,
still be alive.
he tells you that 6 of his troop were lost, potentially captured. He's not sure.
Okay.
And that Westwick has been warned. But since the events are sort of happening up this way, that's sort of like outside of their jurisdiction, and it falls more, since the Valeguard are here and the Spire is so close,
Kind of falls to us.
it pretty much falls to you. And they have kind of are hoping, in the nature of what the Valeguard are supposed to do, that you guys are going to do it. Handle it.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes good sense.
About how many people were in the raiding party that attacked you guys? Or orcs, I should say, not people.
Right. He says the ones that attacked him specifically.
Yeah.
Are
Um,
orcs not people?
I mean, there's an argument that can be made either way. 10.
Okay.
So enough. And how many started in your party? Was it 7 to 6? You don't know what happened to any of your compatriots?
No, he tells you that his was 9.
Okay.
Him,
And they came
2
in.
others got away, and the other 6 were lost or captured.
Okay. All right. And then I'll ask him to point out on my map where they were when they got raided.
Okay. So he will tell you where they were. Oh god, this is very rolled up. So Wickham is here.
Mm-hmm.
Belgard Spire's like up here-ish.
Okay.
They were like right around here-ish.
Okay. Just on the other side of the
On the
road?
other side of the road.
Okay, cool. All right.
So
And this happened when?
this would have been last night.
Oh, geez. Okay, so fresh. Good.
All right. Let's
guess-
set out. You know what? Just because I'm suspicious by nature, I'm gonna do an insight check on this guy.
Sure.
What color are his teeth?
His teeth
+4.
Thank
Yellow.
you.
Yellowish. Not too not black though.
No, and not like suspiciously white. I guess
20.
20. He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
I mean, the wounds really sell it.
Fair.
So he says that he's going to work on. They're going to try to figure out how to get him. He's going to make his way
Trying to unroll it.
back.
Hey, before you do, we have a cleric on premises named Sorrow. She might be able to help you out with those wounds.
Oh, that's Brother Drander.
Brother Drander's a cleric. Sorrow's a sorcerer.
Also, our
Our
good friend Wade.
Oh, gift of gab.
Actually, you can.
I mean,
heal,
I can
and
heal.
so can you. And
Yeah, but we're about to go maybe get attacked by orcs, so I
oh,
figured.
that's a very very.
I go
easy
in,
point.
I get my cure wounds once per day.
No, but
And it doesn't count
he's
as
got a good
spells?
point.
Yeah.
If Brother
Alright,
Drander
that's
is
fair.
capable.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is,
I know he is.
and you will have. I guess. Well, we'll get there. So he says they're going to leave Anton to rest, and he kind of pulls you off more towards like his quarters in the barracks,
Okay.
which you can see he's kind of built up like a bookshelf with almost like a mini library.
Good for him.
And because you guys haven't really decided what you're gonna do with like the main floors of the spire, and he didn't want to presume to do that other than like random ramshackle different chairs and tables, just like things you could sit around
Sure.
in the other floors. It seems like he's kind of crammed it all in his room.
Aha. Well,
But what he tells you is, he says what worries him the most is the wood elves from Tortel usually kept any kind of orc activity at bay. They were sort of a buffer
aha.
between the more civilized areas and the wilds of the forest.
Okay.
So he's not sure,
And there's been no word. From
but
the
there's
elves.
been no word from them at all.
Okay.
At least anything from Tortel, for sure.
Right.
And if orcs are now raiding this far, they're not being stopped.
Sure, of course.
Maybe there's something more. Maybe you can find elves and learn more as to what's going on.
Do you know anybody from Trellberg?
He says he doesn't personally, because he was pretty much stationed in Wickham most of his life. Now his eyes are being opened to greater
Fair
things.
enough.
And he will say he's been collecting as much resources and information as he could about the region.
Right.
And that's what all these books are.
Ah.
Oh, that's so useful.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he says feel free to use it. Any research you want to do before you head out.
Ah, fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Out of character.
Yeah.
old timeline, was Tortel the place where people aren't coming back from?
Correct. Same.
Okay.
Same in current timeline.
Okay, cool.
For what you managed to gather. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, cool. I guess I'll look through. Are there more detailed maps of the area? You know, kind of like trails and stuff like that. That might be, you know, because this is a lot of forest area. I'm just wondering if there's like a normal path towards Tortel, or if it's just like gotta womp through the forest.
Pretty much, yeah. There is a couple of paths that kind of lead off the river, but at a point the forest just becomes more wild and kind of.
Is it like an old growth forest?
Yeah, so it's like you're gonna have like there's the howling part of the forest where the winds pick up. There are more mists. It's harder to see through, and that's kind of, you know, where the cities are located. They're more, if you look, most of the actual cities are on the outskirts. Not all of them, but most of them are on the outside edge of the forest, near a coast or near water.
Yep.
The elves are kind of set right in the middle.
Yeah.
But supposedly the elven magic is weird.
Are
Right.
orcs common-ish in this area? Like,
In the mountains and
Yeah,
the forest
yeah.
nearby, you know, just a general
okay.
ongoing thing between elves and orcs. Mostly in the mountains, but they've come down more frequently now to they're usually staved off by the elves, but apparently something's not stopping them.
How about Broskin?
That is a strange town. None of you guys know anything about that town. You could maybe do some research, but
Yeah, I'll look around. I'm just looking to try and figure out what the best way to get
I'm terrified of what Broskin is going
towards Tortel.
Yeah.
It seems like
That's where we need to go.
Yeah, but I mean,
first move, find those guys.
Those orcs.
yes.
Yes, the orcs. Hopefully,
Well, I mean,
those
the-
guys were
yeah,
taken
yeah.
captive. And then we'll see how the situation progresses from there. But I would like to know as much about the potential, history of the area, of the orcs themselves.
Yeah.
If we could find something about this Malar more specifically, if he's got temples around someplace.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was asking if orcs were like common in the area, if there would be like histories of them.
Okay, cool.
What I was gonna say is, I think long term because I was thinking about our current problem right now. Like, really, we should stay in the area and try and protect the Vale, but also to protect the Vale long term, we have to leave the Vale, go to Tortel, see what's going on with the elves.
let's
So we
lock down.
really need. I think we need to start recruiting.
I was
We need
gonna say
more
we should
people.
Start,
Well,
yeah.
let's go save those 6 guys.
Well, yes,
Yes.
but I'm talking. I'm trying to think long term.
First recruits.
We need some recruits to kind of protect the area so we can go on like the more specialized missions. And one of the thoughts I just had is once we get our recruits, maybe we could go back to Jaketown.
The
Fair.
I was about to say to blast. I was like, no, that's his name. That's just him.
Maybe we could go back to Thayer, find one of the martial arts experts, and hire them for a couple of weeks to train,
Like
to train
a
our new
boot camp.
recruits. Yeah, I know, like not to the specific degree that
Sure.
Well, yeah.
that like Wave went through, like nothing that intense with those special things. I mean, if they want, that's fine, but like just even get some like basic stuff, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
What do you think? I mean, the only thing
Sounds
would have
good.
to be is we'd have to, or not have to, but that would kind of limit us to what kind of weapons they would use. Like if we get the bludgeoning guy that we met, with the wolf, with
Sure.
Walker.
Woo.
Yes.
If we get him, then our guys are going to be using bludgeoning weapons.
Well,
Which
I
I don't
guess
know.
we'll figure that out.
But yeah, I'm just. I hear one thing, my brain goes in 10 different directions.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
trying
totally
to-
understand.
You understand that now,
I do.
so
I get it.
I think we can do that.
So go to find the guys. That's what we're doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Or did you want to research more?
I think we
yeah.
should research first because I think you should take a short rest and try and regain some spell slots. You have like a little arcane recovery.
Yeah, I was
Arcane recovery.
like,
Yeah. So I feel like the three of us can do some
we'll take
research for like an
to
hour.
do research.
Yeah,
recruits,
you take
talk to
a
Brother Drander, see if
recruit.
he has any specific information.
Good.
And then,
Also, Brother Drander, great job on this little mini library. We were actually talking yesterday about trying to make one of the floors in the Spire library.
Well, that would make more sense.
Yeah,
Just
I was
in
thinking
my
for you
room,
to have
but
the space.
Yeah, and then you can have your room back.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, or we could make rooms in there.
6 1, half dozen the other.
Yeah.
well, we can
let's-
make rooms, and if you're talking about like you've been constantly talking about recruiting recently,
That's true. Well, that's
then
what
they could stay here.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
the barracks, which is where he's staying.
Yeah. Well, in my brain, it was like the main barracks with all the bunks, and then he has like the captain's office.
Oh no, it's just the barracks.
Oh,
I mean, you could set it up that way, but it's not set up that
We're
way.
not going to do that today.
How many
No.
floors we got?
We have 3 right now.
3 completely, unused floors. Yeah.
So
So
I was
let's-
thinking bottom floor meeting area. Actually, library. Could we do
no, top floor I think should be library for now.
okay?
We can always rearrange it later.
Second
Depending
floor.
on what we end up being.
See, I was gonna say the top floor should be the rooms. That way, if someone wants to go to the library and someone's sleeping, they're not like walking through the sleepy floor.
Yeah,
to
but
the
at some
library.
point we might have like important texts and stuff, and we would want to protect that by putting it. And you could put
Like
other
in-
valuable
like-
type
I mean,
stuff,
Like,
You can also-
like in a vault.
like in a vault. But
That's
I
the
mean,
subfloor that only
well,
you guys have
but
access to.
there's the vault for like the really important stuff,
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
there's like the library for important texts, but not magical type.
I
texts.
see. I see.
We're not
His
as paranoid as the dwarves.
I was gonna
yeah.
say his heritage is showing through on the multiple layers
think-
of security.
I think it'll be okay, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, Brother Drander, whatever makes sense to you. There's a lot of open space. there.
Also, we're asking them to do the manual labor and asking them to walk up one less flight of stairs. Probably a nice gesture.
To be honest, I don't think that most people are like turned off by walking up a single flight of stairs.
You mean a single flight of stairs carrying a heavy load of books like 40 times?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong. I think most people would rather not do that if it was an option.
But it's for the overall. I mean, they've already done so much work. Any which way, we'll leave that up to you. Are you
Second or third floor, whatever you want.
Sure. Okay.
So can we make history?
Yeah.
What
So
kind
what
of-
do you
how
want to
we
what do you want to research?
Okay.
You.
Okay. I'm looking for something on. I'm very interested in Malar,
Okay.
the god. I think
You
that'll
can
probably
go
be-
ahead
Okay.
and make me a religion check.
Well, what I was going to say before we do that is since we have the 3 of us, how's your religion?
It's holding.
Mine's a 4.
Well, if he's proficient, I was thinking like just like RP wise, like, hey, you're the.
+1.
All right, so you can look up the Malar stuff.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, Wave?
I'm in a guidance.
Okay, that's great. That's cool.
Right, that makes sense.
Yep.
+3.
Okay. 15 plus 3, 18 plus 4, 22.
Okay. So for Malar, again, evil god of the hunt and bloodlust.
Do you have any
bestial
history
savagery.
like, in the area?
Not really. Bestial savagery, bloodlust, evil lycanthropes, also
Okay.
something that worship Malar,
Okay.
known as the Beast Lord or the Black-Blooded One.
Okay, which makes sense with the teeth.
Wait, I had an idea. With your knowledge of plants and herbalism, the black teeth thing, can you try and figure out if that might be
Can
like
research
some
something
kind of plant that they're using, like to augment power, something like that?
Right.
Like if it's something like physical or natural,
Like any, like-
if we rule that out, then maybe something supernatural.
It makes
log
sense,
of
really.
Orc in the
Yeah,
area.
make me
You know,
a
like,
history or nature check.
all right, cool. I think that I want to make. I think they're. Oh no, I'm proficient in nature, and now that I'm smart, that's great. That's a +8 for nature.
Great.
I feel like a natural. 13 plus 8, 21.
Okay. So, obviously, common stuff you know, just general things about orcs, right? How orcs are.
Right.
Not
You
typ-
guys know how orcs are.
typically worship Grumsh,
Right.
right? Not typically particularly battle competent.
Right.
Well,
They usually have a leader.
correct, and well-led orc armies are usually even more dangerous because they're they can just be brutal but directed brutality. And worship of Malar is not unheard of
Okay.
for orcs. And Anton's assessment of the orcs being well organized, even in the absence of a strong leader, indicates something unusual
Okay. Cool.
above and beyond
Perhaps something divine.
magical.
Magical, possibly. All right, cool. And then they're like this. They're like a record of orc attacks in the area, like like this date, yada yada, got attacked then.
Sure.
Within the past couple of years, just so I can kind of like, I'm gonna like plot them out on my map and
Okay.
kind of see if there's like a correlation where the main area might be. Or does it seem like they're coming down from the mountains?
Go ahead and make me a history check.
+2.
Okay. 15 plus 2. History is intelligence, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's +4. God, that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right?
17 plus 4 is 21.
Okay, so you would know that kind of the area where you guys are further north of here, the mountain range and the deep area of the forest itself is pretty much at large a dangerous place, right? It's filled with different kinds of monsters, forest-based creatures, orcs, goblins, hobgoblins, that kind of stuff live more in the mountain area.
Okay.
And the Mid-Scar mountain range that kind of cuts the continent in half is particularly brutal and like near inhabitable for most races. So you have to be pretty nasty and survivable to live there in the first place. But you more than likely will have to venture out to get means of food, whether one way or another. And down in this region, your option is a kobold war zone or a forest.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know that there are many ancient ruins in the area, which you know Jorf is in the midst there.
Right.
But
But Jorf was not. The ruins of Jorf, which we went to, right?
you did not go to.
Oh,
they're
okay.
in the. They're on your
It's on the
there.
map.
Yeah,
though.
it's
Okay.
in the
We
middle.
went to other ruins then.
You did.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
And
you
that
haven't
was
been
for-
to Jorf. You know of it. You
Okay.
researched a little bit about it last week.
Cool.
But areas where there are ruins or no real kind of town-based protections in there are just sort of overrun by any kind of evil creatures. You need to have some sort of hold.
Yeah, you need a bastion.
Right, so Trellberg is on the outside edge, so it's not really affected by it because it's on the
Tortel's a city of
supposedly surrounded by magical defenses, trees that rise up to defend
right.
that
Okay.
kind of
All that
nonsense,
elf
right?
type stuff.
Jorf is
Elf,
just
right?
ruins, right? And for the most part, it's ruins of an ancient civilization and keeping of lore and knowledge and things like that, things that mindless type creatures aren't really going to care about.
Right. Okay.
And then
There's us.
yeah, and there's you guys, Wickham, the
the
river
river.
that leads south
So
to
the river was a natural barrier, but now they're. Oh, I guess
They're still
most
on
of
the other
attacks are
side.
Still on the other side. Okay.
But there are merchant caravans that are going to come down that river, so one side of the river is just as susceptible as the other.
Fair enough.
While he is looking through that,
Mhm.
I would like to try and research the kind of the defenses of Tortel and if historically there was a time where they used those defenses, like where they closed off the city.
Okay.
Like, has that ever happened before?
Sure. You can go ahead and make me a history or research check.
Nothing about Broken.
Not in
let's look.
here because it's so far, like, people know it exists on the map. It might not even really be there anymore.
Sure,
it might
okay.
be completely destroyed, right? But it's not a place that a lot of people visit.
Okay.
So there's not a ton of knowledge about it, especially not like what Brother Drander could find in smatterings of local texts. What'd you get? Sorry.
28.
Okay.
Natural 20 and a 4 from the guidance. So.
Yeah.
So,
Crushing our research.
again, the whole forest and this general area, and specifically more towards Tortel, is largely coniferous, but there is mixed. It's a mixed forest, right? You've got coniferous and deciduous trees. The largest bastion of wood elves, supposedly in the world, definitely on the continent, is that city. That's not to say that other elves don't live there, because some other elves do, but it's primarily wood elves. And because of its nature and it being right nearby water, is it can have several trade routes.
Oh, cool.
Also, they're elves. If there's elven wizards there, or druids, or people who've been there for a particularly long time, traversal isn't hard. You're surrounded by trees. If you've seen the world, a tree is a door wherever you want to go.
Okay.
So elves and druids have sort of acted against a buffer from orc and incursions for generations on the north. So that's why this hasn't really been an issue forever.
Generations of elves?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
And in the forest in general, there was an ancient, nearly forgotten druid circle devoted to Selene,
Okay.
sort of throughout this forest. So that's different because it's a goddess of the moon, which would typically be for clerics, devotion that way.
Yeah.
But it's a druids focusing on a deity. Again, you have the concept you've heard of lycanthropes, possibly, right? So the moon may be tied to this. But Selene is a goddess of good lycanthropes. Malor is a god of evil lycanthropes, so there could be contention there. And you can make me an investigation check now that you've learned a little bit more about this, that this druid circle exists.
Okay. Two investigation. That's going to be a 14. Unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, I got an 8 on the roll.
You don't have
I'm gonna be lucky. And I don't have.
investigation?
I'm not investigation.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
I use lucky, so that's gonna bump it up to a 17.
That's good for you. So,
For you.
an ancient, secluded site dedicated to Selene exists in this forest. This is this is less of books, but more like scrolls, maps, and like letters and correspondence that Brother Drander's been able to get. There is a priestess, an N-starred priestess, which you would know from researching a little bit about Selene, is a term for someone within the clergy and you're an N-starred priestess. There's different levels, right, of Selene priesthood, but by the name of Jarl Silvermantle is a very old, or is an aged but inexperienced druid of Selene overseeing this druid circle here in the forest.
I'm sorry, what was the name again?
Jarl
Jarl.
Silvermantle.
Okay.
She aids the independently minded young druids and rangers seeking wisdom offered by this ancient locale. Her protege is rumored to be a prophet of Selene, similar to how Sorrow is a prophet of Ilmater. Druid circles within the forest are protected, supposedly, by a mysterious guardian of the wood named... Oh, I hate this name. Let's go with...
Carl.
Sure, Jake. Carl. Yep.
I hate that sentence.
No, I'm going to change it.
The druid circle is protected by an ancient guardian named Carl.
No, actually, I'm going to change... Well, you know what? Do you speak Elvish?
I do.
Are you there?
No, I'm taking a short rest. I know none of what's happening right now.
I don't. So it's just some random name. That
It's
we
some
can't-
word in Elvish that you can't pronounce because you don't speak
Looks
it.
suspiciously like the dwarven word for Carl.
Why don't we just call him Carl until we figure out how to say the name?
You know what? Yeah.
Named Carl.
A guardian of the wood. Almost like a guardian of the forest. So he would be Carl of the forest.
I think that's too much of a stretch.
Yeah? Alright, fair enough. That's how sometimes it goes. Right. Has it been an hour?
Yeah, we'll say that takes about an hour.
Were you doing something or were you just guiding us?
Yeah, I was gonna look
I had an
into the nature check to see if the
Oh, the black
teeth is
teeth, yeah.
caused by anything.
Sure, again.
And that's rolled advantage because of the upgraded
Mm-hmm.
alchemy. 18, 21, nature 26.
There are several different kinds of herbs and things one could eat that would cause one's teeth to change colors. Nothing, but it's not
Performance enhancing.
Sure, there are some, but there's nothing specifically that, like, there's not one, like, this is the one that will make your teeth black. There are some that make them a variety of different colors, but it's usually not the primary purpose. It's like you're eating these herbs or doing something with these herbs for something else, and this is just like a negative side effect. Like, sure, this will help you, sleep better at nights, but it makes your teeth black. It's a trade-off you make, Dreamless sleep, but you have black teeth.
Probably not that one because they did it before battle. You wouldn't want to sleep right before a battle.
Maybe they were just really well rested after
Maybe
that.
they-
Shit! I didn't think of that.
Maybe they just daydream a lot.
That would be
So
So
nice.
they wanted to have dreamless daydreams,
That'd be
so they
nice.
could be completely. It's like Adderall, just focused.
All right.
Focused.
All right. So why don't we head to the scene
Okay.
of the ambush? See if we can trace it back. Save those dudes. If we cannot, I think we should. I think this ancient grove of Selene might be somewhere where we get more information about the elves and Toriel, because we know that it has that connection with Selene. So
Yeah. Sounds
maybe we get information, and also maybe some of the druids are from there.
sounds perfect. All right. Do we bring Anton?
Anton will tell you he doesn't. Want
Yeah.
to.
No.
All right. I just wanted
It's
to.
fair.
He's like-
Also, I don't think we should bring Nibbles.
I agree.
Nibbles, I'm gonna ask Brother Drander to help him learn how to read more, so we can get him into cheese wizardry.
Well, everybody's got to have a goal. Although I love cheese, so I totally understand that one would dedicate one's life to it.
And it's
So, Brother Drander will tell you a couple of things
All right.
while you guys have been studying, looking through his library. He's been working on some things. So, one, he will give you guys 4 just regular healing potions that he made because it can only help. So that's 1.
Wonderful.
2.
Thank you.
He said, they can't offer much, but the rods of justice in Wickham have said they will reward you as much gold as they can muster
Okay.
for helping.
Sweet.
If you're interested. Sorrow in this time will also tell you that she would hope that you make haste, because hearing of the potential of elves going missing, and there's also a prophet potentially involved, and now there's an evil god that sort of directly opposes the deity that she's supposed to be this prophet of.
Right.
She's worried because you remember what happened. She was almost being sacrificed to Loviatar, the polar opposite to Ilmater, so she is worried
Okay.
that
Wow.
they may be having something going on there. It's almost
Sure.
like there's all this conflict. The world's out of balance.
Guys, what if this is like all the evil gods got together and are doing like a coordinated attack on the good gods? And then once all the good gods lose their influence on Earth, it'll just be the evil gods.
oh.
Like, is there anyone in that I know of in the world, like any group of people that is really that are devotees of like Timora?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay, because like those I like. Fucking yeah.
Anyway, like I was saying,
Definitely a possibility.
where was I going with this? Oh, you also know that in the time you've been gone, Sorrow has actually begun training as a paladin
Oh shit.
of Ilmater. She was
Nice.
tired of feeling as helpless, only using, and she always was nervous of her abilities because she was a wild magic. Is a wild magic sorcerer and is nervous of the potential harm
Okay.
that her abilities could cause. The potential.
Smites aren't spells.
Right, exactly. And she's also worried because she is a tiefling in a small town. Tiefling, obviously, as you guys have experienced through Ember's or Wildfire's backstory, there's some potential contention there,
Sure,
depending
yeah.
on who you land. And then also being a wild magic sorcerer on top of that is just really a way for people to be like, you know what, you just
Go away.
stay at that shrine and cry
Every
forever.
day.
We're fine with it. Just stay over there.
Now that you spell it out, I feel like Wildfire and Sorrow should be best friends.
Yeah,
I was gonna say our
probably.
backstories are pretty much the same.
Yeah, you guys have had a similar life.
So she
Remember
also
last time you were friends with a tiefling?
Yeah.
also
so
last
that-
time Brina was here.
It's true.
It's true.
So that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
But but anyway, she
Wow, she's
so
punching
she's
Probably.
she's got 2 levels of paladin
Oh,
for the time
beautiful.
you've been gone. So yeah, not 1 because that's dumb.
I was gonna say if she had 1, I was gonna be like, I heard this is rough. You gotta get through this is the down slope, but next level you're gonna be great.
You got it.
So
Yeah.
Brother Drander has been training her in as much as she'll listen on the sort of the clerical side of Ilmater, but she is tired of magic because she's worried about magic. Like, does her magic granted to her from a divine source, is that still affected by her wild magic nature? She's not sure, So going a more martial path made more sense to her. Plus, you guys are out here in the middle of the forest. Things are happening. It's not bad to have somebody else who can do force of arms as someone who's going to be a mainstay in the.
Ooh.
In the like,
Thought. Wave. How long was the training at the militia?
It's a good question. I was there for like a year, right?
I thought
You were there for a year, yeah.
because I was saying, like, I mean, Sorrow Wave got his martial training from, from Maddox over at Bricken's Homestead, and like after the training, once you paid your dues, you had the option to stay, you had the option to leave. So if you wanted more direct martial training, I mean, with the recommendation from Wave, I feel like Maddox would take you in.
Yeah, plus there's also there's the temple to Ilmater there.
Oh, and there's I totally forgot.
Right, the triad.
The triad.
Yeah.
Elmater specifically.
One.
But fair. No,
Six
and
of
Yeah, they're pro
Yeah.
Ilmater people. So like if that's something that you'd be interested in, like give it some thought.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a couple days.
yeah, she's definitely intrigued, but she thinks that there's still good to be done here and work that needs to be done
Okay.
here.
I respect.
So she's gonna focus on that. Another thing is Brother Drander said if you want, he can arrange to have I don't know if you guys remember old Gorn was kind of one of the old timers back in Wicca when you guys first went there when you first met
Okay.
Brother Drander. His grandchildren are like equestrians in the town. And he can arrange to get horses to you here and they would be, for loan if you need them. Obviously, you guys have other means of transportation potentially too, but to get you, because basically there's a point, like I said, in the forest where things start to turn over to more dangerous, but getting to that point, there are more or less rideable paths. He could arrange for have them bring horses.
Would that
and
be
then
faster than us just leaving right now?
potentially. I mean, you're still where you guys are. It's not like it's gonna probably be a little bit like on foot to get where you need to go where Anton was attacked.
Right.
It's like he ran through the night,
Okay.
overnight to get here.
Cool.
To just
our
get away.
at best, we're gonna get there tomorrow morning.
At best, yeah.
Okay.
And
And
I mean,
if
you
we
may
got
be able to
horses-
use the river if you had boats to potentially speed things up, but then you got to know where to get off.
Right, but we would be going upriver anyways. Use boats.
Well, no, you guys would be going downriver because Wickham is down here.
Oh,
You guys are
okay.
up further, so
Alright,
it was kind
so-
of like in between, like
Right.
halfway in between.
okay.
So he says it's an option. I mean, it'll take a little bit for the horses to get here, but it's an option that you have, and they'd be willing to take the horses, bring them here, ride out with you to the edge of it, and then take the horses back
right.
so that they wouldn't get lost or mutilated. He also tells you they're not really fighters, but
Sure.
they're good with animals, so they
some
could.
sort of scouting ability.
Mm.
What do you think?
I mean, if we're gonna get there in the same amount of time, this seems like the better option.
We could take Spike and just kind of push him.
Yeah, but then how would we get back? Oh, we could bring Harrison.
Harrison was coming. He told you he was going to come with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was gonna, and he has his.
Guys.
He was gonna bring
I say let's do that. That way
one
we can
of.
just-
He was gonna bring his Stegosaurus to come with you to.
Then we'll have Harrison keep eyes.
Alright.
We're gonna have to cross the river, right?
Yeah, there is a bridge. You guys do remember?
Yeah.
There is at least one bridge.
So I think let's head out now.
all right.
Alright, cool.
Let's do it.
Alright, I jump up on Spike.
Okay.
Alright.
I jump up on Spike.
Okay. Is anybody gonna use the cart?
I hop up in the cart.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
You see the mazes of those like tubes that they have for like pet mice.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a maze of tubes that I made for nibbles, and there are hidden snacks.
Polymorph into a mouse.
Yeah.
No, I just got those spell slots back.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
Thank you.
Alright, cool. While somebody else drives, I'm gonna mess around with my eggs.
Okay. So, just as a reminder, the way that I think you got it, but the way it works with the sorcerer stuff is you can get sorcery points back on a short rest. That's how the.
Right.
Okay.
First you convert.
It's not an arcane
sorceries.
recovery.
Yeah, I was gonna
I know.
say.
I thought it was similar.
It is. It's you get half of
So
your
I
level
spent the
sorcery
ones to get
points.
it back. How much do I get back on
Half
the
your
short rest?
level.
Okay.
Rounded up. I think rounded up. Yeah, half your level rounded up.
Okay.
Back.
And then, because you would use your sorcery points to get your spells.
Right. Then I take
and
the short
then
rest to get
your
some back.
sorcery
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the sorcery points to get back on a short rest is once per long rest. So
Gotcha.
you've used that, so you won't have
Yeah,
that. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Go.
Cool. So I've got 5 eggs,
6.
6 eggs.
6 eggs. Each egg resonates to a different tone.
Okay.
And they are different sizes.
All right.
2 of them are the same size, but they're very small.
All right.
One of them is the largest one, and it's got its own tone. And then the other 3 are all the same size, and they all have different tones.
Okay.
Potentially, that means they will have more or less use
All right.
based on the tone.
Okay, cool.
Are you like laying them out? Or?
I have got them all sitting in my lap.
Okay. I will offer to help because I have 2 hands and a mage hand, so I can help you arrange them in order if you
Okay.
want, or like hold them in different spots.
But they don't like touching each other, right? They're
They don't repel each other, but they all resonate at a different
Tone.
frequency.
Okay. So I flick the smallest one.
One of the smallest ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
What an unusual sonic burst. Chongo would be the perfect guy for something like this. Does anything happen? Okay. I flick the next one.
The next smallest one?
Yeah. And then I just keep going down the line to the biggest one.
Those are all the tones.
Okay.
So, I will let you make either an intelligence or a performance check.
I would like to make an intelligence
Yeah.
check. Something I'm newly good at or something I'm terrible at.
3
3?
plus 3.
All right, here we go. 11 plus 3 plus 4 is 18.
Okay. So you can clearly tell that these are musical tones.
Yes.
So you can tell that, and as you hit them in different, nothing seemed to happen as you tap them in different order,
Okay.
but you are able to discern what the tones are
All right.
as far as where they would be octave-wise.
Aha.
So,
This reminds me of Dwarven Choir.
here you go.
Okay.
So, the 2 littlest ones
Okay.
that you have
Yep.
is that's F sharp 4 and G sharp 4. Those are the 2 smallest
Okay.
ones. Okay. The largest one that you have is D sharp 4. And then the other 3 are all the same, right?
Okay.
And that is F4, C sharp 4, and G sharp 3. So as you're doing them, you can see they're kind of making different, as you're going in different order, it seems like some of them are resonating as though in a certain order
Right.
might
Unlock something.
unlock something, yes. And I'll just
Do
give
you
you,
have that written down so I can just copy it real quick?
yeah,
What the tones are?
yes, I do. I will write it down
Okay.
in a separate piece that does not have the sequence that you need to play them in.
Okay. That's fair. Or we can just do that on the break.
Oh yeah. So
Yes, coffee, please.
you basically can tell that
If I was to play these in a certain order,
Yeah.
something may happen.
2, 3,
Something
4, 5,
may.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll just give you, since you've had these for a while,
Okay.
it is a 12 note sequence
Okay.
for the first sequence.
Ooh.
I feel like that scene in what's that movie where they're on the guy's bachelor party?
The Hangover.
Hangover?
Yes. I feel like I'm Rick's got the fever. He's like Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
When he's
he's
counting
like, yeah, and
cards.
he's doing all the
Yeah,
numbers
yeah,
are
yeah.
popping up, and he's like, yeah, I'm getting it. Aha. Okay.
So, Internet, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. We're going to go get some more coffee. And I'm not going to let Jake play around too much on the break. A little bit.
Just a little bit.
But I don't want him to take that away from you guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
So we will be right back.
Internet, I didn't figure it out yet.
No, he didn't.
Back yet.
I did forget to mention at the beginning, and I'm desperately sorry, but we are sponsored by the folks at Hero Forge. Their campaign just ended.
They did okay.
Over $3 million in campaign funds, which is insane. I'm gonna bring this in close so you guys can see this.
So good. 'Cause it's pretty badass.
It's pretty sweet.
It's cool.
I don't know if this will be. Well, I was gonna go to this one. Right?
Oh, all right.
This is mine, but I don't know. Does that look like?
Yeah.
the-
You got it. It looks good.
Yeah, so you can see the gradient in the wings, right? The weapon effect on the sword. The base has like rocks and
A
vines.
fox.
There's a rocks and a fox.
Rocks and Fox.
But you
But
see
in
this,
socks?
like it's even got like a
Rocks.
slightly translucent potion bottle. But all this 3D printed in this color. Like it came out of the machine like this.
Badass.
I think they did put a coat of like a clear finish on it just as a protectant. But like you can do this yourself. It has a full color mode in it that you can choose metallics and bone and flesh tones and like all different kinds of things, and it'll alter. You can get the different. These are XL wings, which are like real big and stuff. So it's really cool. The Kickstarter just ended, but we'll start seeing. By the way, today is Tuesday, and every Tuesday on Hero Forge is Treasure Tuesday, where they release new options every Tuesday forever, except for the month of December, where they release a new option every day. Today, they released modern weapons, so like rocket launcher, bazooka, Tommy gun, Uzi, like all those are options.
That's awesome.
So if you want to play a goblin that's dual wielding Tommy guns, you can.
Well, now I
That's
do.
okay.
Now I do.
That's okay with the DM.
I mean, we're not. You know, that's up for you to determine with your DM. Anyway, thank you, Hero Forge. So, you guys, what did you guys said you're going to take Spike and the cart. Harrison's going to join you. You guys are going to go out on the road to try to make your cross the river over to where Anton was attacked, him and his caravan, or where he, generally pointed out
Right.
to be, and see what you could find.
Yes.
Quite.
Any other preparation-y type things I need to know that you guys have done? I know you said you're casting your familiar.
Yep.
You got
Val
your
back.
spells
Got
back.
Hamish out.
You have Hamish out. Okay. Anything else? Are you bringing Gorn?
I'm gonna say, unless you're gonna use them in the fight, I would say don't bring them.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Finally getting an answer, folks. Gorm's just hanging out.
Getting fat at the Valeguard Tower.
That's what we do. Anyway, okay. So you guys traverse through the woods as Rick continues to mess around with his rocks. So you guys basically you travel through. You're thinking you're going to get roughly to the area you believe probably this evening. At night, you can choose to try to do that or push through or maybe camp and then try to hit it in the morning. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think. Oof.
What do you think? You're the leader.
Yeah, you're the leader today, Wave. What are you thinking?
We push on through.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
I mean, we have Spike's headlight
They're
eyes.
getting closer. I'm gonna stop messing around with the eggs.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We have. I mean, We have Spike's headlight eyes to help us illuminate the scene once we get there.
That's true.
So. Also, I don't like the idea of camping close to where we know an orc raid happened.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Also, but I mean, we could kind of set like a counter trap. Set up camp. Then,
This way.
stuff our bedrolls. Wait in the trees.
But where would we sleep?
Well, we would.
Yeah, I'm against this idea.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like your desire for comfort sometimes sets back decent plans. It's okay. Going directly to it because I have my thermal vision. Maybe I'll be able to pick something up. So the faster we get there, the better.
Okay, so like, I like that you agreed with me at the end, but you didn't have to like be a dick before it.
I was just pointing out what may be considered a flaw in your otherwise heroic personality.
I will agree with you in general, but in this specific instance, I feel like the counter trap idea wasn't any better than us just going to the crime scene.
Yeah, no,
like,
of course. I was
It's like 6 of one, half dozen the other, and you didn't have to bring up my flaws in order to.
How
Bring
dare
that up.
you be anecdotally condescending unknowingly to the party, Jake? Like, no one else ever does that.
Yeah, no, it's the trappings of being smarter than the rest of the party, I suppose.
I walked into that one.
A lot just happened there.
Oz has been humbled. Oz is going to check himself before he riggedy wrecks himself.
Anyway.
Why do I like this? It's the hat. Yeah.
All right.
Smart trick.
So, you guys push on through till you guys make your way to an area that if you scooch that fairy fire and that hypnotic pattern and the Leoman's tiny hut away, looks kind of like what you see there, with that caravan more in the center there. But, yeah, so it sort of blocks the road that the path you guys are on. You can see a broken assortment of trade goods all over the road. Ale is dripping out of a broken barrel as crows are pecking at pieces of grain that have split open.
Okay.
And you can see 2 ponies kind of off in the distance just grazing.
Oops.
And there are no signs of anyone with this wagon. And a low fog kind of begins to meander its way in.
And Harrison's still with us.
Harrison is still with you, so you have Hamish is over there next to Silly Sally.
Nice.
Oh, that's Silly Sally?
Yeah.
Shoot off dilly dally.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Hamish.
Oh wait,
Do you have you're looking for what's his?
there's Spike.
Spike's a big boy.
There's Harrison's Stegosaurus.
Do we have a Harrison?
We do somewhere. I'm trying to see. I have an owl somewhere. I don't know where the hell that went. Just in case that comes up.
Who knows?
How you and your jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you can use this abyssal chicken to represent.
Oh, thank you. So abyssal. So chicken.
I will.
Shit. Shit. I should have done it.
What?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I was contemplating, instead of bringing an owl, having a crab show up, because they,
I don't know about that. Remember last time you tried to summon a
Yeah. But this time there are no magic circles nearby, so I thought it might go better.
Hopefully.
But I decided to go with owl because it can see in the dark, and it was getting dark. But now that
That'll
it's all
represent
now that it's all foggy, I feel like the crab being able to sense things around it would have been a better move.
What are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
take your switch.
Hour?
Oh.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
No.
I switched to thermal vision.
You see the thermal vision is only out to like 30 feet.
Yeah.
But you can see the crows
Yeah.
pecking. You can see, I'll say it's 60 feet, why not?
Sure.
You can see the horses. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around.
So it's not really depicted here on the map, but you have kind of the trail that you guys are on.
Mhm.
That's your kind of the road that you're on heading towards the deeper part of the forest that the kind of cart is blocking.
Okay.
There is the trees on the outside, but between the trees and the road is like tufts of kind of long, high grass. The tall grass is difficult terrain. The fog that has started to roll in does obscure the area, making it lightly obscured so that it's disadvantage on all perception checks for anyone contained within the fog. However, fog does fuck all to thermal vision. So, you can make me a perception check.
Alright. my special
Helmet.
Plus one.
All right, so that's 18. I think my perception is plus 6. Check that real quick. Plus 5, so 23.
23. Okay, yeah, you can see amidst the long grass, seemingly lying in wait, several orcs.
All right. Well, I will quietly tell these guys that there seem to be orcs lying amidst the high grass over there.
How far away?
It looks like maybe 40 feet away.
Yeah, they're kind of peppered along the road.
On both sides?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure, yeah.
Harrison, I want you.
Blinding headlight eyes from
Yeah,
Spike.
we rode up here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Harrison, at this point, while they're doing this, I'm just going to have a loud conversation with Harrison to try and cover up the fact that everyone stopped talking and is now whispering.
Mhm.
So, I'm just going to be like, hey, what what's your Stegosaurus's name?
Surprise. It's the best.
Oh shit, I
form of
forgot
flattery.
actually.
You get the right, I get the left.
Sure.
Shit, I just wrote this down the other day.
Alright, so get it ready.
Because I know the Dilophosaurus's name was Dylan.
So you
Okay,
guys go
I like that. That's a good name.
What
Actually,
was
you don't mind.
the name? Oh, Garby.
Garby. Garby is a herbivore, right?
All
Mhm.
left.
Okay,
You
cool.
guys go right.
Um,
I'll go left.
So, I mean, we stumbled upon this like really high grass field. So I guess once we're done here, this would be a good place for Garby and Spike to graze before we head back.
Oh, I think we're so good in this.
Um,
I'm
Makes
gonna
sense.
move
Yeah.
forward towards the cart
Okay.
loudly, and then kind of like I'm gonna just I don't know, maybe like throw up my right hand as a signal to you guys.
Got a suggestion.
You can do whatever you want.
as Ja Rule would say.
You can do whatever you like.
Ja Rule.
But that wasn't our
That's-
plan.
Anyway, sorry.
when
No,
I
I'm not gonna do
started
it. No, I'm
walking
not
away.
doing it right now.
It's not a bad idea. My suggestion
Like-
being like, hey, why don't you guys just
Surrender.
surrender and tell us everything about Malar and your current plans.
Yeah, right.
It's a great idea. I was suggesting we keep one alive just so that it runs away, and hopefully we could find it, follow it.
Oh, I was going to question one.
Yeah, like keep one
Two alive.
keep.
Because I figured I would be able, if we like let it get a ways away, I would be able to thermal image follow it back to wherever it came from.
Yeah, but I mean, we could just keep the one alive and then question it, and then we're do-gooders, so we could just say like, you answered our question, and we're too honorable to kill you if you're unarmed, so get out of here.
Yeah, but then he might not go right back to his group.
He won't either anyway if we spare him.
Yeah, but then we could just have owl
Whatever,
trail.
we're not having this
Yeah.
conversation.
Can't
We
we just
aren't.
have owl trail?
We'll see.
These
We'll
are
see.
all good ideas.
We'll see what happens after this fight.
All right, well let's kill some things.
All right, I take off to the left.
I take off to the right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
No, you can't.
I just kind of like.
Now, so we were also, Harrison,
Fireball?
yesterday,
Yeah, I'm like, I
we
don't
were talking
actually
about potentially getting like dinosaur mounts for us.
Yeah.
Now, you know a lot more about dinosaurs than the rest of us, so I was wondering if there's like...
Wildfire cast fireball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Harrison is surprised. Oz is not.
Where are you attempting to cast your fireball?
No.
I'm going left.
So not left.
Just to the right.
Yeah. What is it? 20 foot? So like. Can I go from like beyond? And then get these guys?
Like
Ooh.
that?
Oh, just fucking get everybody.
Oh yeah!
Just before I go in.
Yeah! Or just like that.
That's actually pretty good.
Yep, that's perfect.
Maybe destroy the entire cart and all the contents.
Okay, well, that's too
I
late
was-
now. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I was hoping I'd get some of that booze.
Too late. If it comes down to fireball everybody or not destroy the cart.
Yeah, you made the right tactical decision. Sorry. Yeah, you made the right tactical decision.
Oh wait.
Thank you.
Fireball's a save, right?
Yeah, they gotta make a dex save.
Oh, okay.
Roll it
You
in.
still roll the damage.
Oh, yeah.
You roll a d20 for fun and also to see if you light on fire.
That
Fire
I
stuff.
am gonna have to do. Okay, I'm
What are
gonna
you
do
up
it at a 4th level, so I need
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh! Before I do this though. Wait, could I bonus action mantle and then go? Or is this like by surprise?
Well, you said you did it, so.
Well, technically Jake said
I did
did
say
it.
that.
Well, then you also backed him up by putting an overlay over all the targets.
Well, I was just seeing how
I say
many
let's
I
just
could
give
get.
it. Let's play it as
Yeah,
it is.
it's fine.
Also, I feel like it's the better
re-roll
move.
you. I re-roll you. Ooh, that was hot, fat garbage. I'm not gonna use these.
Oh, rejected just like that.
Damn it! But this becomes a 2
Yeah.
because of that thing I had. Okay, so.
Yay, that thing you have.
So many fire.
10, 27. I didn't have that. But I have my extra attunement slot, so there's another +1, so 28. Yeah,
28.
28.
It's a good number.
So,
Can I step up after the fireball?
no, they're
goes?
clearly aware.
Alright.
They were aware you guys were. There's no surprise. They were in ambush.
Mm.
They're not.
Yeah.
Roll for initiative then?
Yes.
Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh, natural 19.
Ooh, 11.
16. That's 218.
Time to go Battlemaster Fighter for the rest of Rick's.
Sorry. So Rick,
11.
11. What did you get, Celine?
18.
25.
5. That.
20.
So I'm going to split this up and see.
Ooh, I forgot to roll a d20 for my fire. Oh, I was back at 1.
Uh-oh. It goes off?
No.
Oh. Okay.
My counter got
Oh, I see.
reset.
Where were you at? Previously.
I don't know. When's the last time they went off?
It's been a while.
It's been a while since it went off.
I think but we haven't been doing a ton of combat and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't been
think you
doing a
were
lot
like
of fire spells.
7 or 8.
Why was this back at 1 then?
Did you have it set at a different...
Didn't it go off in the cave
Which cave?
before we fought the Nihilist?
Did
On
it?
the way down?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. It was
Yeah.
the Lilar Pants on Fire.
That was way
That was a
before.
way
That was
long
way
time
before
ago. Yeah.
Why don't you roll a d20 and set it to that number?
Okay, so it's set at 4.
Yeah, because it went off in the cave at some point,
It did.
but then there was the main combat happened after the fact.
Yeah. So she just rolled a 4 on the d20.
Well, okay, I'm gonna re-roll the 20 to set it off. What number do we think it's fair that I set it at?
10, this is
The
your
end.
decision.
Because clearly I haven't been doing it.
But no,
I
but
feel like I have
you've
been
been
doing
keeping
it.
up with it. So I feel like if it got switched, it might have been switched by accident.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
I only say you use it when you're adjusting the counter.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The hard decisions. The completely random decisions.
Did it go off again in the Nihilith fight?
No. Because didn't really do too much.
And then I didn't really do any fire spells other than that.
Yeah.
We haven't really fought since then.
Let me just see real quick. Sorry, internet, stand by.
Sorry, internet.
Giving Jake extra puzzle time.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll cast a spell. Probably not gonna cast a spell.
I'm trying to see if I see anything.
That you've like recognized haven't gone off.
Yeah. I feel like it was this one. Where do we have your magical fire you create is black, sheds no light, and makes no sound?
No, but I have something that happens with, but that's a trinket, I think. Or that's an evil game that I have that, I think.
Have what?
Sure. I think it's a candle. It's just like black fire, and it doesn't make.
No. Oh. No.
I don't think it was. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, just roll it.
Yeah, I'm like we could just set it at a random number, like.
All right. Well, don't have me roll it because I'll just roll a 20, and then it'll say set it at 20. So then you'll have to
Someone
set it.
roll a d20.
Let Jake do it.
I'm pretty random.
9.
Cool. It's set at 9. So
All right.
now I roll the d20. It's 10. So we're good.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's air 5 right there.
No. Right.
Done. Now we're back on track.
Okay.
Rolled for initiative. Last, my favorite place to be.
All right, Oz. You are up first.
All right. I am going to. What? How would you describe the light?
Low.
Low. Good, like dim light,
A dim light, and then also.
and also fog.
Obscured by fog.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to bonus action, Shadow Blade.
Mhm.
So I get advantage because dim light or darkness. So I'm hoping that counteracts the fog.
Well, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And then I'm gonna have Al go in at, I don't know, I guess the nearest one, Cacao! And then I'm gonna throw the Shadow Blade at it. Oh shit. Does it go off my spell attack? Oh, fuck it. Oh, no.
It does.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Okay, I think that's gonna hit.
That usually hits.
Yes, it does.
Yay.
Cool.
It'd be bad if 22 is not hit.
So it's going to take. That's 11.
I'm excited.
God
You know
damn
what I'm
it.
excited for.
What?
Just great weapon fighting.
Yeah, sure.
27 plus 5 is 32 damage.
Okay.
So whichever orc was closest.
Okay. Sure. Then he is dead.
Cool.
Nice.
And then I am going to hide behind Rick.
Good
Okay.
call.
Well, just move by.
Yeah, move behind Rick, yes.
Nice shot.
Thanks.
Okay, so then we'll say it's the right side. They were the ones that succeeded or failed on the saving throws.
Okay.
So they are gonna move in. Yeah. That's too bad. Well, technically that should be.
Oh, well,
your
yeah,
turn.
because that was the.
It wasn't really a surprise round, so technically your turn should have been casting the fireball because they were aware you were there. Anyway,
But they weren't aware that we were aware that they were there.
doesn't matter. They can't be surprised because they're aware of combat.
Yeah.
So they would have seen your fireball, and then they would have immediately acted. You should have rolled for initiative before the fireball. One can't be surprised if they're anticipating combat. That's like a guard on watch can't be surprised because
They're
for
watching
something.
for
And this was an ambush. Clearly they're ready. Anyway, so they're all gonna move in to as close to that whole like front line, basically. So the whole right side's gonna move in.
Front line looks less like. More like that.
Oh yeah? Interesting.
I know Oz just said he hide
I
behind
always
Rick.
stay back.
You did say that you don't move forward, and I did say I
Damage
do.
probably.
Move forward.
Okay. So who's moving up? All these guys?
Yeah, they're all moving in.
This guy's dead?
Yes.
Got him.
Nice.
They're
How
all
much do
moving
they
in
move up?
all the way in. They have no issues with movement because they are aggressive. So they're gonna come in to attack.
Do our dinosaurs get to attack?
I'm going to say Spike's not trained for combat.
Yeah, then he becomes a more than viable target for slaughter.
No.
Yeah, that's what I said. Spike's
Blind
not.
him, Spike!
Spike's not.
Spike's light behind us, which is good. We see them running towards us in
So,
a very
um,
zombie-like style.
2 of them are gonna go right up to where Wave is at, like surrounding Wave, and then the other 2 are gonna kind of like come around. They are gonna go. Basically, they're gonna go for Oz. The other 2, they're gonna not leave Rick's
Circle.
They're
Okay.
gonna go for Oz.
Don't forget the temporary hit points.
Thank you.
So first off, our one's against you, Mr. Wave. Here.
Yeah, from when we had soup. Soup hit points.
Here we go. That is going to be a...
Do you have your temporary points on that?
No, but I know it's just 10.
Fair enough.
Where's that? This is it over here. So it's a 19 on the first one, right? That
That's
misses.
a miss.
Okay. And then the second one is a 20, which also misses.
Both misses.
Okay, that's the first guy.
Nice.
How about a 21?
That'll do it.
Is he attacking recklessly?
No. He's using some sort of tactics in a pack formation,
Oh,
as though what you
no.
guys alluded to is actually true.
Oh no!
That all of
Oz
these,
is wicked smart.
all of these particular enemies seem to use some sort of tactical based combat.
That sounded nice, but it wasn't.
You're gonna take 19 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And then he's gonna come. The other 2 are gonna go for you there.
All right.
So
Oop!
AC is a 17.
I have 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 3 hits.
All right.
So I'll just give you the total damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge 1.
Okay.
So
The hardest hit.
well, I was gonna say, like, why don't you just roll them separately so I
Sure.
can be fair about it.
The first one is 7 points.
I'm not gonna uncanny dodge that.
Ow!
The second one is 16 points.
That I will uncanny dodge.
Hey, going last.
And the third one is another 16 points.
Okie dokie.
That is those guys' turn. Wait,
I'm gonna attack the one that hit me.
sure.
He seems like the better of the 2. For 25.
That will hit.
Alright.
AC on these guys is 16.
Aha!
Alright. It's gonna be 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright. And second attack is a 21 for 19 points of damage.
So that guy, second guy will drop. Or that guy that hit you will drop. Rather.
Great. I'm an action surge.
Okay. You have 3 attacks, you know that, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Peace.
Look at that.
Hit this
Uh,
guy first.
21 for that roll.
Uh-huh.
And and that is a 24 points of damage for him.
Okay.
I'm gonna action surge.
Nice. Good call.
That's an 18. Nope. Plus 11. So that is. Oh wow. Plus 11. So I need to do the right math there. 20 not natural.
That helps when you do the math correctly.
Yep. And it's gonna be
As per
16
usual.
points of damage.
Okay, that guy will drop as well.
All right. And then I can hit another one nearby.
Sure.
All right. And that's going to be a 21 with another 17 points damage.
Okay. You do see that all of these guys, as anticipated, do have black teeth.
Ugh.
Alright, then it is Wildfire's turn.
Delightful.
Cool. I was gonna bonus action activate kill plate.
Sure.
Thank you.
Bonus action Mantle of Flame.
Sure.
Scoot back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss Fireball again, and I'm gonna do it to get not Rick and Wave,
Okay.
but these guys.
Sure.
So I should be getting these.
Yeah.
Everyone but the 2 attacking me.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no, the one.
Well, this one is a little.
So
Oh, okay.
I might get like he'd be about where Wave would get it.
Okay.
So
all the guys in the
Yeah, I
one
got it.
group.
and the one,
Yeah,
and then
then
one of
one-
these guys.
Yeah, either.
Yeah.
Do you have a lightning bolt?
No, it's a line.
That's fair.
So
They're just cool. That's all.
It's actually, it's right here.
Oh,
Lightning bolt.
thank you.
They didn't.
Regular
No, it's not.
Well, you
It's not.
just click a lot.
My brittle spell.
No, they didn't send me one, so I don't have it. I have what they sent, which is all they've made.
Yeah, which is really, they're all very cool. I like Moonbeam. I think is my favorite.
Yeah, it's the coolest one.
47.
Woo!
I need you to roll on your table.
Roll 11.
12.
Okay.
You always exceed my expectations.
Alright. So that happens. And they go.
So all 5 there on the right there, they're all gone.
Woo! Wait.
The cart is gone. The forest is on fire.
Yep.
The grass is all burnt completely. The trees are burning.
Oh, so it's well lit.
Oh yeah, it's well lit, so
Yeah.
no more advantage.
No more advantage. Got it.
Yeah, you have full light
Sorry.
Okay. And then Hamish is gonna. Is that triangular one a 15-foot cone?
now. Yes.
Can I have that?
Yes. Happily.
Didn't I kill one of those orcs?
Yeah. So he's gonna aim his breaths
No, there's still one.
weapon
There's
to
still
get
2 left.
these two.
Oh, one of them, but there was other ones. So
So he's gonna breath weapons these two. It's gonna be 6.
This girl is on fire.
All day, every day.
Oh no, that's actually it's not good for what I wanted to do.
Oh.
What did you want to do?
I was gonna use the warp blade to misty step into one of the trees, so then they can't attack me with pack tactics because they can't get within 5 feet.
Yeah, so they have to make dexterity.
It does not seem like they're going to last terribly long.
It's fair, but still, that was my plan
Yes.
because they hit me, and I don't like that.
There.
okay, they're gonna succeed. So they are
11.
both still alive.
And that is my turn.
It's Harrison's turn. How many guys are left?
Just 4.
Okay.
And we are trying to keep one alive, right? To question.
Yep.
All right. So Harrison.
Do you have regular suggestion? Or just mass suggestion?
I think just mass. Yeah. Just mass.
Well, lasts a lot longer.
Gets people.
Oh, I should focus more on what he can do, so I can keep forgetting. Whoops.
No, that's a different game. Never mind. I mean, if we take him as a hostage and wait overnight, then I could have a suggestion.
Might be the one again.
All right. So Harrison will. Oh, there's a guy right there, right, kind of in front of him there.
Yep.
So he will. Yeah, I really should have paid more attention to his abilities. Whoops. He is going to move up and use his patented harpoon to attack the creature.
Patent pending.
That is a 19 to hit, so he will hit. It's going to deal 14 points of damage to it. Which means it's not in a good spot. And then what happens? While it's within 5 feet, disadvantage on attack roll that doesn't attack you. If it deals damage to anyone else, you can make an extra attack. Okay. And he's going to attack again. For a natural 20. It's dead. There's what, 1 left?
3.
3 left, okay.
2 on Wave, 1 on us.
So he will move up to the one that's on Oz and spin his harpoon around and attack with the harpoon's butt.
Give it to
Give
Bud.
it to Bud.
He's gonna deal to it. Is that 8 points? 9 points of damage to that one. And he's gonna action surge. Natural 20 again. That one's gone.
Woo!
And then he's still got one more attack. So from where he's at, he's gonna hurl the harpoon at the other one.
So much versatility.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Another natural 20. I
It
forgot.
helps.
I
That
forgot that it does lightning damage too. Oops. You notice that as he hurls it, it's held by a steel cable, and there's like a little button on the end of the cable, and as it hits the thing, it kind of like goes around it and has the barbs that holds it in place. And he clicks a little button, and like an electric charge travels down the thing.
Rick, you should get one of those.
And
for
then
your
that one's gone, too.
harpoon.
Oh man.
So you can get rid of that one too. Then it's Rick's turn.
Oh man.
Sorry,
Don't
buddy.
kill him.
I know. But I was gonna great weapon fighting. And my first attack would have missed, but my second attack was a crit.
If you do recall, he did say it at the start of the combat. Oh, last. I love being last.
It's worked out great. So far. So I'm gonna hit this guy with the side of my axe and attempt to knock him unconscious.
Okay.
My first attack, I am going to use great weapon fighting still, is going to be a miss because I'm just trying too hard. I'm overthinking, which is not something I'm
Used to.
doing. Don't rage. Don't see any reason to. But I will attack recklessly, and my second attack with great weapon fighting will be a crit. So I am going to go ahead and roll some damage die. Do brutal critical, so 2d6 and 3d12.
Why 2d6?
Because
I forgot that
Storm's Herald.
All this just to knock the guy.
Plus 14.
You knock it out.
Yeah.
But
10, 22, 25, plus 14.
Did you get more on the 2d6 than the 3d12?
No.
Was it close?
Yes.
1 point.
Plus 14 naturally.
That's the best part.
That's the most out of all of these.
That's the best
is
part, yeah.
That. And I'm not
Not
even
by
raging,
much.
so it'd be a plus 17 naturally.
That's true.
Which everybody would be super impressed with, except I'm just gonna baseball bat this guy right in his butt.
That knocks him
and
out.
spank him unconscious.
You spank the
You've
orc
been a bad
unconscious.
boy.
It is unconscious.
Just like,
On his face. He won't be able to run away now.
wife, could you
So-
do something about the forest fire?
I could try.
You could certainly try.
Harrison,
Does the fog help?
I like your style.
What
Just
happens
the
if I
vodka.
do something
No.
that's cold, but switch it to cold damage?
Because they're gonna like try
Like you do a fireball but switch it to gold.
Yeah.
condense the fog to water vapor and use that instead
No.
of just creating one. No.
Also,
Use
like,
create
even if
water?
you could
Yeah,
and you use the
create
fog
water.
in this whole area, I feel like you'd get a cup of water.
Yeah.
Could you use create water
He could.
and like intensify the fog to the point where it would maybe help suppress the fire?
You could create water to make water.
Like rain? Like the spell?
No, like whatever the spell states you can
I
do.
think you can create like
Those things.
rain.
I think you can.
30-foot
Only
circle.
I think you
But then
can
you
do.
can control water.
I think you can do whatever it says.
Makes sense. You like.
Rick
That's what Ja Rule says.
will, if there's any big trees that are caught on fire,
There are several.
Rick will take the Storm's Herald and chop those trees down so that they fall in towards the road,
Okay.
so that if they're going to be on fire, they're going to be on fire on the ground, away from the other trees.
Do you leave your thermal vision on?
No,
'Cause
at
it
this
would
point,
be
I
like-
ain't blind.
Yeah. yeah.
As soon as it starts getting hot, I'm like,
DM, where do you land on my cold damage idea?
I mean, it's not gonna put cold damage.
Cold.
Doesn't put out a fire.
cold ray, cold ray, cold ray.
No.
I'll use
Yeah,
create
that's
water. and create 10 gallons to fall like water, or fall like rain. Yeah, fall like rain in a 30-foot cube within range.
Cool.
Sure.
My fireball was 20 foot, so it should get like the main fire area.
Sure.
Great.
You put out a modicum of the fire.
And then after
Not all of it.
After I do that,
That's
if
fair,
there's
but-
water left over, I'm gonna shape that. And
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how long? So how long are you gonna? All right, so you're just gonna take.
Waterbender.
All right. So for like the next
And like
half an hour,
use like.
you're taking the
Press
time
smother
to
something.
press all
Yeah.
the water.
I'm gonna help.
fell the trees, and we're gonna
Yeah.
control this. We're gonna prevent forest fires.
Exactly.
I'm gonna ask Harrison about his cool harpoon.
Okay. So you guys do that. You can make me a perception check while you're doing all this in the half an hour it takes you guys to suppress the forest fire.
That will
Oh,
be
we tie up the guy who's unconscious.
a 15.
Okay. So in the process of going around felling the trees and putting all the fire out, you do find 2 bound, scorched bodies of who looks to probably be the merchants whose caravan this was that were
it sucks
behind
They killed him before we got here.
one of the trees, bound up, and like
Terrible.
they are just scorched.
Ooh. Like dead? Like they dead? They super dead?
Yeah, like double fireball dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tied up. Failure.
So,
And they were gagged, but the gags have mostly burnt away. Their skin is all scorched and blackened.
So is
I
it
will
like
tell
a,
you
is it
guys
like
about
that
that.
like is it like some kind of mechanical electricity or is it like magical electricity?
He will tell you that
You
it's,
just
it's
Literally
magical
put some burning wood on them.
electricity.
Just
It
hide that
helps
right up.
with
It's like putting
training
couch over
animals
sitting on
to
the
just be able to like
Yeah.
That makes
out of
sense.
sight, out of
shock
mind.
them.
That's super cool.
At the
It
tree
says
right
there's
now.
there's so his version he'll show you that all the like there are versions that they use in Westwick for training animals that don't have the barbs
Yeah, it makes
on
sense.
them. They're just there for like wrangling and maneuvering. You know, you're dealing with large creatures, but like you know, you want to steer. You like it's just basically like a big thing. And you're grabbing like a leg and you're pushing things this way. So he, like so many other things in history, took something that was designed for like a farming and animal handling scenario and then weaponized it himself. So his harpoon is pretty crazy. So it can, you know, it functions like a pole arm. It can be thrown. It's got the steel cable that can send the shock out through it. But if he chooses to, he can basically make like an attempt to grapple somebody with it and then restrain them with it because the barbs dig in.
That's awesome.
Got him that way. Yeah.
Hey, I wonder if there's some way that we could like channel the lightning energy from Storm's Herald through the the harpoon and the harpoon wire. Oh, does the spider silk wire does it conduct electricity?
Yeah, it's metallic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, maybe you could do something where you like hit him with the harpoon and then you take Storm's Herald and you're just like
Yeah, that would be neat. Or I could just hit him with a harpoon and then just lightning bolt them.
yeah, that's fair. But I feel like my idea wouldn't take 2 turns.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Um,
So, good fight, everybody.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was successful in a way.
Anybody
I did.
speak Orcish?
I do now.
do not.
I do.
Great.
I do now.
Oh,
I
alright.
don't.
I picked it up.
You're our interrogator then.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there are 2 ways we could do this. We could do the long rest and you learn suggestion, and then
Mm.
tomorrow we just cast suggestion and be like, tell
Right.
us the
Yep.
truth,
Yep.
and then ask a bunch more questions.
Yeah, no, I mean, we might as well try tonight, see if we can get a jump on things.
Yeah, cool. Oh shit.
What?
I have there's a poison that I don't have on me, but there's basically a truth serum poison.
Oh,
That could have been very useful.
It would probably take a couple, like, to get all the materials and mix it. Like, it would take a while. Like,
Alright,
I don't remember off the top of my head, but several work weeks.
Let's see if I mean,
See
worst
if you can
case
talk to him.
scenario is I can't talk to him. So I am going to take this orc fellow, search him first.
Sure. All he's got on him is the great axe that he was using,
Lame.
and
I snap it over my
a
knee.
bone carving holy symbol of Malar.
This could be important.
It's a 5-fingered hand with long red nails.
Wait, you didn't wake him up yet, right?
Not yet.
All right.
I searched him first.
This is what I'm thinking.
Oh, and all of the things that were of use on the cart are just gone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking. What if we do a little good cop, bad cop?
Do you speak Orcish?
No, but I speak common, and most things also speak common.
All right.
So if like you play the bad cop and you're like, you better tell us, and I'm all like, I don't know about this, Rick, you're so big and I'm so little, then if it doesn't work, I come back in the night, like after you guys are in bed, I'd be like, listen, I don't know what they're gonna do, and I don't want them to kill you, so like, and I'll like set him free. He thinks he's free, but then we track him.
It's not a bad idea.
And also like, we could see how that.
Lose him?
What?
What happens if we lose him while tracking?
We don't.
Okay.
Yeah, we could have Owl track him. That was a good
See if
suggestion.
they had
from earlier.
nibbles, he'd be invisible, and we can plant nibbles on him.
I think he would notice if there was a rat on him, even if the rat was invisible. Like he'd
Now I feel like
feel.
like a pouch or something. Nice little
Get it up in his pouch.
You want me to reverse pickpocket a rat into his pocket?
Yeah.
You could
Actually, I could do that really well.
If somebody could do that, it would
Yeah.
be you.
I got Sparky, but
Okay, cool.
he's not very smart.
I smack this guy across the face to wake him up.
And he's just like smiles.
Oh,
at
there,
you
traveler!
with his big black orc tusks and his black teeth.
Not the
Yeah.
wildfire.
And he just
Alright.
assesses the situation. It just looks at you.
All right, I'll start and count and say things aren't looking good, bud.
Not for you.
No, not for us. Not for you either tonight.
I've done what I need to do.
What was that?
I'm not going to tell you.
That's fair.
I'm gonna have Owl fly around at that point, search the area with dark vision,
Okay.
see if there's anything else coming.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check for Owl.
Shitty.
Fair.
Just die for a useless cause.
He's looking for
I wouldn't call it useless. I'm a thrall of the master, and I do what the master says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Master says to throw your lives away against significantly more powerful people than yourself.
Who am I to judge what the master says?
What's your name?
I don't need to tell you my name.
No, well then that's who you would be to judge the master.
But he just is like,
You're a follower of Malar, huh?
yes, I've drank from the bestial cup.
Ah, yes indeed. I've heard tales of his ability to hunt, his ability to lead groups of any types of hunters. You guys were hunters, and now you're the prey.
Well, not really. I'm a captive.
Yeah, well, that makes you the prey then, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you gonna hunt me? You gonna let me free and then hunt me? Is that the plan?
I mean, I think we already hunted you successfully.
Did you hunt me though, or did you just capture me?
Well, we came here.
We
looking
turned
for
the
them.
hunters to the hunted. Hence the fireball before you could do anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you guys speaking Orcish or Common?
Comment right now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was just here like,
What do you think you would need as a head start to get away?
I mean, I'm not. 2 days.
2 days. That's
Ooh.
ridiculous.
I kind of
Yeah.
like him.
what's your master's name?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Why not?
I don't know you. You blew up all my friends.
Oh, hi, I'm Wildfire.
You take 10
what's
minutes.
your name?
What?
9 minutes?
Yeah, sure. I'll take 10 minutes.
What do you say? Give him a sporting chance.
What? No.
No?
Well, maybe.
Why
To be able to outrun us.
So you guys gonna eat
Outmaneuver
those
us.
hostages that you burn up?
No, probably no.
What hostage?
Ew.
You know, the ones that were over there that got blown up with the fireball.
Better off now than they were when we got here.
I mean, burned alive, slavery.
Rick said he didn't
I
know
stand
what
by my
it, so I'm
sentence.
like, what bodies?
Oh yeah, he's
What did we say? 5 minutes for him?
sure.
You know what? No.
No?
No, he doesn't seem to care. Not gonna let him go if he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, hold on to him.
Fuck it.
Alright, fine.
Right.
And then I'm gonna knock him out again.
He goes unconscious.
I'll just suggest him tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into
Alright,
that.
alright.
We'll suggest him tomorrow.
Or like Zone of Truth or something. Can we do
Okay.
Zone of Truth?
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
You're not a paladin.
I know. I keep thinking of Toki.
I'm gonna dig a hole.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put him in it so only his head's above ground.
Okay.
Alright, actually.
Alright, cool.
It's an
I'm gonna
effective way
dig
to
a
keep
second hole and bury those hostages in it.
Okay.
Dig a
Chopsticks
third
in his
hole
mouth.
to take a poop.
So we can Shanghai Noon his way out.
You're gonna be worried about what, hiding your poop after this? After
camping.
like
You're
a quarter
polite.
acre of
It's
forest.
polite to cover it back up when you are done.
I understand where you're coming from. I just think that that's a little bit silly.
Well, that was
Given.
Oh no, I just poop and then light it on fire.
that I love.
It like it's never happened.
All right, cool. Let's.
Long range?
Yeah, let's wait till morning, I suppose. At this point, I don't see any tracks walking around thoroughly
Definitely take watches.
where these guys came from or anything like that.
You know everything was scorched earth literally now, so everything was on fire and hot, so no real
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, I suppose long rest then, huh?
Hamish is gonna stay up to in perimeter.
Okay.
As will
Like,
Owl.
Okay.
so he can gaze out into the night.
And then I guess we will also
His-
do our classic
Vision. Dark vision.
watch order.
Sure.
And Harrison's a human, so he's no good in the dark anyway.
I mean, I could share my goggles at night. Like, I don't need them while I'm sleeping, so Harrison can use them.
Oh, those aren't two men?
Yeah.
No.
Ah, okay. All right.
And like Wave could use them too.
Cool. That all makes sense to me.
Eh?
All right. So we wait for the night.
Okay, you do.
You prepare suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hamish will get a level of exhaustion because he's not a magical creature, he's just a creature. So if he stays up through the night, he will get a level of exhaustion.
Let him sleep.
Yeah, that was
Might as well just dismiss him for. Right?
Yeah.
Just as easy to come back tomorrow.
Mhm.
Let him go chill in his home.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so we wake up the next morning and
Long
have
rest.
a quick breakfast, and then I guess you suggest it, right?
Yeah.
That's really to do.
How are we gonna word this?
That's what I was just about to look at the specific description of the spell.
Cool.
So he's just sitting there still.
He seems very well rested.
Does he?
That's good.
Yeah.
In the hole?
Yeah, have you ever fallen asleep in a beach? Under the sand? He's also been literally unconscious and not dying for the whole night.
True.
You know what? Every 10 minutes, Owl pecks his face so he can't sleep.
Okay.
So now he's got a level of exhaustion.
Sure.
Why not, right?
Alright, so how do we team up?
Yeah.
How should I say it? I get like a sentence or two.
My thought was answer our questions truthfully. So he has to answer the questions and he has to tell the truth.
And completely to the best of his ability. Using the map when possible to point out specific locations.
I feel like you're getting really stretched out
Yeah.
for the suggestion spell.
Well, it's what?
It's a one sentence
It's
suggestion.
a 1 or 2 sentence suggestion that
two
has a
sentences.
sound.
You could say that in 2 sentences.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's come up with a specific wording before.
Answer our questions truthfully using the map that we provide to divulge specific location information.
Please. What?
Not, it's just, we're gonna.
That's a sentence with 3 clauses. Takes less than 6 seconds to say.
I was just gonna say, you don't need the please, we're gonna kill him after.
Yeah, but
Right?
To
Yeah,
say,
I
I have to suggest a course that's reasonable.
That's
right?
reasonable.
That's some
I
sort
don't
of
know.
reasonable thing to add. We're not asking him
I
to
feel like the please.
go kill himself.
All right, if you want to throw in the please, throw in the please.
Don't throw it, please. Actually.
All right.
Just in case magic's hinky.
All right. All right. So.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no! Why?
Indeed.
This is not a great one for meeting.
I feel that.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Which is
21.
you fail.
Oh no.
You
Wait,
take-
can't do better than that.
I
Wait.
literally can't do
I
better
will-
than that.
Add 2 to that.
You still fail.
Well, I can't do it better than that.
Shit.
You take 16 points of psychic damage
Ah.
as you feel the will of Malar repel you from his mind.
Ah.
And
Alright,
he just starts laughing.
will that backfire, gang?
Nothing doing?
Nope. My brain hurts, and his dad just thrust me
How much
out of
health
his
does he
brain.
have?
Yeah.
I would say
You don't know.
one.
Probably.
If he didn't get
If he didn't
arrested.
get arrested, it would
alright.
be one.
All right, then I'm going to take out the
Wait.
wart blade,
Oh.
slit his throat,
Oh.
and then he survives until I sheath it.
Well, let's just go then.
Yeah.
Leave it out.
Okay.
I was thinking about just stomping him into the ground.
I like this one better
I think it's great.
because he can't die until I sheath it.
It's true.
Well, fuck you, Carl.
This isn't Carl.
It is now.
No. Carl's the good forest guy.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that was actually Carl. It was Elvin.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, if we're calling,
I'm just messing with you. Let's go.
So we're just leaving him here?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I severed his vocal cords. He can't say anything.
That's fair. Alright, bye!
Like 10 minutes, I'll kill him.
Oh, wait. If we took one of his tooths, would we be able to figure out why it's black?
You don't know. You gotta. I mean, maybe.
I don't know if there's some magic
What kind
mumbo
of
jumbo.
roll would I have to do to find out?
Like, could we examine his teeth?
Survival check.
I can help that.
+3.
That's what I got. And +5. Well, that is a 20, not natural.
So what are you trying to do?
Find the origin of the cause of black teeth.
So are you extracting the tooth?
I am.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
He bites you for
Before he
7
does-
points of
bef-
damage.
Well, I was gonna say
Before he
punches.
puts his hand in his mouth, I sheathe
Oh, okay.
it.
So then he dies. So he doesn't bite you.
Ah!
You have it. You take the time and you pull out his.
Just like punch him
Tooth.
a bunch.
Knock
him out.
Okay. His tooth is black all the way to the root.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, because I was gonna see if like it was something that
Yeah,
like,
I
we could
think
scrape off,
this-
if it's a
somebody-
stain,
Yeah.
if
It looks like his tooth, like you smash it open, it's black all the way through.
He said that he had drank from the bestial cup.
Yeah, so I think it's a.
It seems
So,
to be
is
part
there
of a
magic?
This is
ritual.
a divine thing.
No. His tooth
So
isn't magic, no.
Well, I didn't know if there was like trace amounts.
this is what I'm thinking.
Mm-mm.
Because,
This is why I wanted to let him go.
well, I wouldn't have been, even if we let him go, I wouldn't have been surprised if he just killed himself. Like, he's a religious fanatic.
He would probably die before
Like,
leading us.
who now we know is protected by his god.
Yeah.
Like
He has
actually.
actual divine intervention. So this is my thought process. I think we should head back. Tell Anton to go back and tell people to, for at least the next 10 days,
Not go on that side of
don't
the
go
river.
on the road. Just
Definitely don't cross the river.
don't cross the
Don't.
river. Stay away from the area because now that we know we're facing people with divine protection, I think we need to make a beeline to that grove of Selene.
Okay. I think that's a
Because
reasonable goal.
I
What
don't
was the grove
if
again?
what's up?
Do we
I said,
have
what was the grove again?
the location of the grove on the map? No. We just know it's somewhere in
Yeah.
the forest.
But now that we know that's where we're going, we can try and find out more information. Like, if they have a god on their side, we need a god on our side.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unreasonable.
We also don't know if they have hive mind or not. Like we talked.
That's
about
true.
Doing all the biddings, and he didn't care. So
Mm.
what if they have all the
Who is
same
this mysterious master?
memory or
Mhm.
whatever?
I mean, I assumed it was
Malarms.
and they trade
Or could just
information
be a
between
priest.
themselves
It could be a
mentally.
priest or something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
that'd be all important.
So yeah, let's. I think we should head back.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
It's a new day.
And I'll feel
Mm-hmm.
Rick's leader.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Okay. The only other thing is that there would still be men missing from here.
Yeah, but we don't have a lead.
Yeah, as of right now, you get the feeling that this merchant cart is completely separate. Clearly, it was staged as an ambush, but it is separate from what Anton's group was.
So I think we should still try and go find Anton's
Buddies.
the site where they were attacked.
Okay. That's
Oh,
reasonable.
yeah.
I think we should push on
Okay.
for a little bit. Harrison, I think
Yeah.
we should send Harrison back. He's clearly capable of protecting himself.
Mm.
You can pass the word on. I think what we might want to do is you get Anton and those equestrians.
You didn't ask for them, so they didn't come.
I know. I'm saying you
Oh,
Go ask for them now.
go request them, and then I think the best thing to do would be to, during the day, maybe patrol the western side of the river, and obviously
eye
keep somebody posted on the bridge. And if they come, just retreat, pull back. At least then you'll have some advance warning.
Alright.
And then you can have Brother Drander send us a message through magical means.
Rick, just one thought. If they are spotted by the orcs on the bridge and then they retreat, if the orcs don't know where Valeguard Spire is, they might lead them to Valeguard Spire.
That's true. You could have Owl stay there on the bridge then, and if he sees them,
There you go.
find them at a nearby location. It would stop us from being able to have Owl, but it would also make sense in a certain respect.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
I could,
That's a good idea.
he's
or I
pretty
could be
inconspicuous.
Burb. 'Cause
No,
it's the
keep
same
Burb.
thing, right?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Burp's a little better.
Bird's better. Owl's just an owl.
okay.
Burb doesn't Burb give you like pluses to things and shit?
Advantage on saves against spells.
Yeah, you should keep that.
Yeah, super great. All right, so that makes good sense, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then beyond that, I don't know. Obviously you're a capable warrior in combat, but a bridge is a bridge. You can
Fair.
fix it, you can rebuild it.
Yeah.
But maybe we should find a way to rig it
To blow?
to blow just in case. Is that something you think you might be able to figure out?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
How
don't know.
what kind of bridge is it? Stone bridge?
It's
Is
a
it
wood bridge.
wood bridge.
All right, so it might be worth doing if a force of some size comes through. It might be better to have that
Yeah.
natural barrier.
Mhm.
Sure. Just like
Of the
mix
river.
up like 3 or 4 Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
Fucking
I'll
throw
stay
them
on the bridge,
bridge.
guys.
You are the Molotov cocktail.
Oh wait, so you guys not coming back? She's staying on the bridge?
No,
Yeah.
that was
Those were
sarcasm.
jokes. We make
I'm
jokes.
making a joke.
Oh.
You saw what he was capable of. It's
Yeah, no.
poor
I
Nick.
did.
Yeah. So anyway, these are all suggestions.
Sure.
You're obviously a man of intelligence and means, so we will leave a certain amount of discretion to
Yeah.
yourself. And then, but I would definitely patrol as much as you can in a scouting capacity.
Alright.
All right, and just have, if you hear word, tell that Brother Drander send us, because we can return back to the Valeguard's tower with relative ease.
I mean, 3 of us can.
Well, we still have chocolate.
Yeah, but that takes 10 minutes. Like, if we hear that Valeguard Spire under attack, 3 of us can maybe be out there instantly.
All right, that's fair enough.
Well,
3 of us could be there instantly.
yeah. Well, I mean, if we summon you back, then
That we can
it's
all
different.
Yeah.
That is?
It's a separate gem. There's 2 gems.
I get confused.
There's one that you can choose to go back or choose to use to summon something to you. And the other one can be used by someone standing on a teleportation circle that has a ring beseeching you to come back.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, bring us back if you need us back.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
So you leave.
Yep.
Him and Garby take off back the way you guys came.
I'm gonna miss Garby.
Yeah, 66 plus 5 per swing. He didn't even get a chance to go. I should have had him go, but he didn't.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess at this point we should probably ditch Spike too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
go
say
back.
that.
Send him back. Yeah.
Press on
From here on, it gets pretty foresty, right?
Right. I mean, he'd be alright probably by himself, but if you're not going to use him for combat, then I don't see the reason.
Yeah. All right. So we'll send him back too.
Alright.
Um.
So he will guide Spike and the cart back.
Cool.
And we carry
Sending
on.
isn't something you can learn, is it?
Yeah.
No. That would be useful.
To level 13, either one of them could learn it.
Oh, neat.
That's next level.
That's
Yeah.
next level.
Probably not gonna
Probably not going to do that.
use my spell for send
Probably not gonna do that.
because I doubt
Spirit
it's.
Guardians?
Yeah.
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 Spirit Guardians?
No.
Fire?
I don't know because we got fireball and lightning bolt kind of covered. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
she can do any kind of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Any kind.
We need to head further towards.
To go to where,
towards,
yeah.
towards Anton's.
Yeah. It's almost like those hostages would have had some information for
It's a
you.
lot like that.
It is a lot like
Anyway,
that.
that would make a certain amount of sense.
Okay.
But here we are.
Did I
You
raise-
can't do that.
Dead?
You could if you have the diamonds.
Yeah.
Because I think I.
You didn't have any more 5th level spell slots though. Because
Raised Dead is not.
But it's the next day.
It is the next day.
within 24 hours.
He says
I
10
don't remember.
days.
10 days.
Raised Dead is the 5th. Oh, not anymore.
It's a 5th level spell. No, you do today. It's a
I
new
mean, I
day.
did a day.
I mean, do we have?
Do you have diamonds worth whatever it is, 500 gold or something?
Yeah, I think it's 1,000.
Yeah, you need diamonds worth that amount of money to cast it.
Did I ever get one in Kingsdale?
I don't remember.
Because I went off looking for one.
I mean, you would
You would be the
have that
person to
No,
know.
information.
it was fair.
You have a notebook with notes. Definitely drawings, but doesn't have the information about what you obtained. That's the true question.
That is important, especially with like spell components. Spells.
Well, because like we rarely
Nope.
use the actual
2.
components.
3.
We do if it ever costs you money.
If it ever costs you 1,000 gold to cast the spell.
Yeah, any of the no one here has cast any spells except for Sean. No, not even. Oh yeah, except for Sean who used material components, which is for Find Familiar.
There wasn't any at. There wouldn't have been any at Valeguard Spire, right?
No. That you would I mean, and it's the
All them
difference.
D12s, all those gems,
Well,
right? The
no, we
bombs.
definitely went diamond shopping at Kingsdale.
Right,
I just
and
don't
then
remember
I
what you
think
got.
because we gave
No,
the
separately.
lady.
The lady who saved Rick
Yeah.
had the diamonds.
Yeah,
And
that's
we-
what we
no,
bought
no,
them
no,
all
no.
for.
Oh yeah, they weren't diamonds
Did you write it down?
worth it, but they were worth that amount to us, so we paid her that amount. So it was kind of like a loophole around it.
No, I
Oh,
think that was
no,
just
we
a
talked
discussion
about that
we had.
jokingly.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't an
Oh, I
actual.
don't remember what happened.
thing.
That was the thing that the character in game
Yeah.
talked to you about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
But the difference being Revivify, which I think you can cast. I can't remember if you can cast it. I don't think so. I don't remember.
No.
Revivify is diamonds worth 300 gold.
Oh, okay.
Raised Dead is a singular diamond worth 500 gold.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Revivify, you could
Then,
just
yeah,
get like
but I
a
don't
big
have
old
that.
bag of diamonds as long as it equals 300.
Then I
You're
don't
fine.
think I have the diamond.
But Raised Dead is 1.
Okay.
I don't think I
Like
have
that's
the
why we
diamond
were there.
then.
We were inquiring about that time.
Yeah. I don't think she had it. I don't know.
I mean, she had at least one because she used it on Rick.
We needed that one.
Yeah.
I regret none of that.
Yeah, you.
Well, yeah.
I don't remember if she had a second.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't
Rick
think
was
she did.
raised. That was, I think, the last
Yeah.
of the
Your
expensive
timeline,
ones.
we definitely had diamonds.
we
I
bought them
appreciate-
earlier for the spell that.
no,
She
but
didn't
she
know.
didn't know she had, and you
Oh,
wouldn't. You wouldn't. That's something you
It's a
could
valiant
learn
effort, Pat.
at 13th level if you choose to spend your extra spell slot on Revivify as opposed to Spirit Guardians.
Alright, well that's on the to-do list then when we are done with this, is to find me some fancy
Or
old
Speak with
diamonds.
Dead, also a spell you could learn at level 13.
Probably. One of the big cities.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So based on my map, let's head this way.
Honestly, the big city where we probably could have gotten the diamonds, Carrickfern.
Yep.
They're underground. It's an underground city to find.
I'll just teleport back there again.
I think head
do
out.
another one.
Okay.
We'll do another pop back and forth.
Sure.
Alright, so you guys are heading out, and you guys can make me survival checks as you attempt to find.
Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh, 16.
So 21.
22.
10.
12.
Alright, so it takes you guys, because you're completely in the dark and the fog seems to have intensified, so it's even harder to see. So you're looking for tracks. In theory, everything's a disadvantage.
Thermally.
Yes, but the tracks are cold at
Yeah.
this point.
I rolled a disadvantage.
Oh, alright, well thank you. But yeah, so it takes you guys probably the better part of today. Just searching around, doubling back, trying to find the way to go. Is that it? I don't know. Did they clear up the whole area? Because now you're looking at something that's over a day old.
Right.
That, there were no, you're basically just looking for signs of a scuffle in a forest obscured by fog.
I mean, presumably there would be blood. We saw the injuries on Anton.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yes,
so
correct.
That would probably be our best bet to try and look for the blood.
Right.
Because I doubt they scrubbed the grass.
No.
Or whatever.
I would agree that we're looking for blood.
Your dog have.
But yeah, we're still in the fog.
Smell?
And it's still...
Out for blood.
Well, that's a good thought,
That is a good thought.
See, that would be a better means of determining.
Keen hearing and smell. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Hamish can make a perception check. With
With a
advantage.
+3.
What I like is, keen senses and things like that presume that anyone at any
20.
point could make, a perception check based on smell. I could do it. Oz could be like, let's see if I can smell him out, but I would just be, as good as I would be with my eyes.
Yeah. He's smelly.
20.
Yeah, so eventually there's a very, very base trace of blood in a given area that you guys think to be the struggle where this fight, or a fight of some kind happened where blood was spilled.
A moderately large scuffle.
Yeah, seemingly.
All right.
I wanna take a minute and just because Oz thinks it's funny, I wanna do basically the Aragorn thing from Two Towers where he retraces the battle based on the contours of the ground, but he's completely bullshitting. He's
Yeah,
like,
you also,
Anton was here. He moved here. Look, you can see the marks. He definitely ran this way. And the arcs that came from that. And then after a minute, I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just fucking with you. No, you didn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless you got 26.
here's the other thing. As we've
What
stated many
was that
times,
again?
you also could just not
Insight?
believe him.
Yeah, I was like, can we just...
Either which way.
I was,
Yeah,
I was
orcs
26
came from-
convincing.
Yeah, but we could also just... We know that you bullshit a lot, I feel
So,
like.
you think
I
the
feel
orcs
at this
came
point-
from-
But I also have good ideas a lot.
The northeast there?
No, I was fucking around. I was just having
Oh, okay.
fun.
Well,
I was just trying
sorry.
to lighten the mood.
Okay.
Because we killed innocent people yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was an accident. We didn't know they
We
were
didn't
there.
Yeah, but it's we still did it. That's still our
No.
fault.
Whoa.
When did I become the moral compass here?
I think
Look,
he's just
all we
stating
do-
that it's her again. Killed his parents, killed some innocent people.
I think I'm just gonna go live at Valeguard Tower and not go out into the world anymore. Bad things happen.
No, because we like our tower.
It's fair. Wildfire walks off into the wilderness.
Brina! No, because then Oz would have to go with her because Brina and Roscoe are a package deal now.
Are they?
I decided that.
Okay.
For party comp.
Well, no, but
If
it's...
we don't have that full caster, we need this full caster.
Yeah, but Roscoe's too busy going hang out with Craig.
Yeah,
He
it's
set
true.
that all up.
Well,
Yeah.
Brina could convince him otherwise.
Hmm. I mean, maybe.
He was a bad dad to Oz. He wants to redeem himself with Brina.
So then Oz leaves. Who, if Oz doesn't do what he said to do, then Roscoe's at risk of dying.
Oh no, he would walk off to do it, but he would just do it by himself.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
No.
But then
Either
Roscoe
which
had a
way,
brother named Bosco.
Rick
Uncle
would like
Bosco!
to look for which direction the orcs may have come from, see if there's any like broken twigs that looked like maybe they were dragging captives off.
Sure.
Because it seems like the orcs attacked on foot.
Mhm.
So if they took some captive slaves, then they would have had to be dragged off, most likely. And maybe there would be some broken twigs, stuff like that.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
There.
I would help you. I'm not good at this.
You help me?
I can't.
That's
But I
a
give you a +3.
I give you a +4.
Okay. 13.
I will also just try and
Oh, wait,
look.
no.
Like, I can't help you, but I can also try to look.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a +5.
through a survival,
I don't
right?
know. I was just
I
doing
got a 17.
I got a natural 1. Oh, look, the ground.
Yeah, look
Okay,
at that.
+5 to survival, so 19.
Right. So yeah, you think you can tell that they are deeper into the spookier part of the forest, where the mist and things are harder and more wild.
Does it seem to be going towards the general direction of the ruins of Jorf, or like,
More in that, yeah, I guess in that general direction. Yeah.
seems they've come from deeper in the forest?
All right, shall we pursue?
Yeah, I suppose that's really the only option here.
You know what would be helpful right now? Owl to scout ahead.
It would, but I think that we made the right decision.
I think we made a good decision.
I guess it remains to be seen.
Well,
It's the
I
right
mean-
decision. But then again, if you really need Owl, you could always summon him.
Yeah, it's true.
Could I just get rid of Burb and summon him now, if I'm familiar?
Or you could just have the bird
You could.
fly around and look for you.
Can Burp fly?
I don't know.
He's a
D&D
little mini
Beyond.
phoenix.
D&D
No,
Beyond.
I know, but half the things it says it can do, you say it can't do.
Only the thing that it literally says it can't do this because it's a familiar. It's the only thing it can't do.
Oh yeah, it can fly. So fly speed
Alright.
of 60.
So then Burb flies ahead.
There you go.
Alright, so we'll look in that general direction and we'll start heading that way.
Okay. So you guys head in that direction for about.
I
well,
keep
it's-
my thermal vision on, I'm
Well,
scouting.
it's let's see. It's took you a couple hours, so it's probably getting more.
Getting towards midday at this
Yeah,
point.
midday at this point. So it'll take you probably another like 3-4 hours of travel, kind of moving through the woods in that general direction before Bird can make me a perception check.
Now, if I'm using my thermal vision, can I make a perception check too?
It's too
it
far
works
out.
for 60 feet.
Yeah, and it's listening.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. Bird's doing things. What's next? Gorm gonna do something in combat?
No, we gotta keep Gorm alive. We're all very committed to
I don't know
Gorm's life.
why. Like,
We like
what?
him.
I guess it's
That's
just
it.
like what purpose other than just being around.
We like him, that's
I
all.
guess
That's
that's
all
true.
we need.
10.
All right. So you guys can. The big orange bird continues to fly through the air.
That baby.
And it's funny.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, never mind.
So you continue to walk. At which point you can all make a perception check.
Natural 1. Hashtag halfling. 24.
16.
Does that count as back? No.
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
sideways.
Oh. 14.
32.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you guys can
Wowie.
hear. You can hear some voices. A
Wait,
ways
can you hear
away.
what they're saying?
It's mostly an orc.
I hear orcs.
But you do hear common mixed in there as well. Up ahead.
Like any of the voices are not from orcs.
Yeah, maybe, or they could be.
With a 32 perception, would I be able to decipher the
race?
Decipher a race by
Or-
voice?
Yeah, I mean,
or I'm just
you assume
slave
like an
here.
elven. Does anybody slay?
Does
Just
anybody-
a slave here? 'Cause if somebody said that, we'll know for sure.
Well, it could be an orc slave.
Could
Yeah,
be.
but
Or
he's still
human
just
slave on
he
the
is a
orc.
slave there.
It's true.
At which point we would want freedom. I'm just a slave here, so
Seems good.
boy,
I'm just
slave,
a
slave,
slave.
slave,
I'm
slave.
just slaving away like a slave life.
Slave, 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 slave.
We should
No,
save that guy.
no, you don't.
Or someone come save me.
The nature of
Just a slave.
the variety of voices
from those
and
37
accents make your amazing perception. You cannot distinguish race by someone's voice. Yes, the voice is clearly speaking orc, probably orcish, but the other one's a humanoid race of some kind.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
Oz, why don't you go check it out?
Go.
Leroy.
And then I vanish as best I can.
Into the fog.
Thanks. I am going to check something before I say what I Thanks. Cool. I am going to cast invisibility on myself, and then proceed to sneak inside.
Wow, you should be pretty sneaky on this.
God, I hope so.
Between being invisible, having a +4 guidance, and a decent ability to just naturally sneak. Decent.
He's okay.
You're a decent sneaker.
I'm okay.
No, that gives you advantage.
You're almost a shoe.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, nice support.
He has a lot of soul.
That's a natural 20, so that's a 34.
Okay.
That's with the +4 too?
No, that's a 38 with the +4.
That's pretty good.
So sneak.
All right. So you guys can you sneak in,
Better be a sneaker.
and then
Sketchy.
how close do you plan to get?
It's just me.
Once we hear voices, we stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm asking.
I'm gonna try to get a visual,
Mm-hmm.
cause like I don't know what the layout
Right.
is, so I don't want to put like as far away as I can, but still be able to see the camp. So if like I'm within 30 feet, maybe I try and climb a tree, just get a better vantage point.
Walk right the fuck in there, being invisible with a 38.
Yeah.
As long as you're just
Just
real
like,
quiet.
Hey man, we've walked into things we thought were sure things and been surprised. So I'm
And also,
not.
they have divine
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who knows?
So you do
Maybe
that,
they
then
have
you can
blind
make me
sense.
a perception check
Very reasonable.
at disadvantage because of the obfuscation.
You said perception?
I did.
Alright. With disadvantage, that is a 14.
Okay. Even with reliable talent?
That is with.
Yeah.
Wait, no, a 20. Sorry,
Yeah. I was gonna say.
There we go.
because my perception score is a 10. So I was like, yeah, I had 10. So sorry, 20.
Those are different
Yeah.
numbers.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah. So you see a bunch of orcs, black toothed,
Mhm.
similar to the ones that you saw before. Several humans as well, black teeth, wearing purple cloaks. On the back of their cloaks are a symbol of a pair of feminine eyes surrounded by 7 stars. However, over top of that is a kind of crude, dark handprint. Nearby, several brown bears and very large wolves sit like out amongst them, just in the clearing of this area, just sniffing the air as though under seemingly complete domination. Beaten, bound, and gagged atop a large moss-covered rock is a wood elf soldier, and you can see she's looking about. And then there are an additional 6 wood elf soldiers stripped of gear, beaten into unconsciousness, bound and gagged nearby.
Okay.
Actually, the bears and wolves have black teeth.
They don't have their mouths open, and you're not there.
I don't know if they're okay.
The symbol with the eyes and the
Not
7.
many bears.
Okay.
They don't have like.
Wolves might. Sometimes their like lips get all like tucked under. I don't know. Huskies that happens with, so I assume it happens to wolves, where they look all derpy and their teeth are out.
Anyway,
Yeah, derby wolves, you know.
You know.
I am well aware.
It's a special type of wolf, which is convenient.
The symbol, the 2 eyes with the 7 stars,
Mhm.
is that the symbol of Selenary?
Yep.
All right, so we got some converts.
Oh,
We got how many orc/human? How many black teeth folk do I see?
Sure. You see, let's go with 5 human. The humans there with the black teeth. You see another 10 orcs. 4 of these brown bears and 4 of these dire wolves.
All right.
So mass suggestion's probably out of the game.
I can make us invisible.
That's not bad.
Did you get that,
I
Matt?
have greater invisibility.
Can you repeat that to me?
5 humans, 10 orcs, 4 brown bear, 4 direwolves.
5 humans,
Purple cloaks,
10 orcs. What are the other ones?
4 brown bear, 4 direwolf. How large is this camp?
I mean it's pretty decently sized. I will likely have some sort of visual representation next week because we're not going to dive into this combat at this
Yeah.
point.
Fair enough.
Oh no.
No. Anyway, we want to come up with a decent plan
Yeah.
towards
That you'll come up with today and then forget because next week's evil game.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm gonna write down our situation, and then in 2 weeks, I feel like at the beginning of the game, we should figure out what we're doing.
Sounds like a plan.
One elf is on a hill,
Stone.
beaten and bound.
The other ones are unconscious.
Unconscious.
6 unconscious.
6
6
unconscious.
unconscious beaten elves.
Alright, so let's not catch all these guys on fire.
Let's try not to. I mean, my thought process
No,
was, you
We
have,
didn't know the other ones were there. All right.
if I can, I mean,
Let's try not to catch these guys on fire.
I have some thoughts.
I also have some thoughts.
Okay.
I got some thoughts.
All right.
My thought is definitely not mass suggestion.
My thought was mass healing word.
On the elves.
Oh, neat. But they're still bound.
They're
No.
bound. Yeah, they're bound.
Yeah, but what I said, like, if I can sneak up and free them, cut their bounds,
And I have.
and then she can heal them. That's, I mean, they don't want a lot of help, but that's 6 more.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I like that a lot.
I also have greater invisibility that I could twin spell and make you guys invisible for like melee.
And all the elves, get them out of there.
Well, greater invisibility you can do on all the elves. Because greater invisibility is a 4th level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's non-concentration lasts.
No, it's
Oh,
concentration.
but it lasts
But
for a minute.
It lasts for
And
a
you can
minute,
attack it.
but yeah, you can't upcast it. But
Yeah.
she can twin spell it with.
All right, cool.
All right.
So, like, I
Fantastic.
can hang out with the trees.
I
Although,
sneak
Matt-
back and tell them all the things I saw.
Yeah.
All right.
Although mass healing word by nature is a word, so they will know you're there.
Yeah, that would.
They
That
would know
yeah.
I was there.
They would be like, I
They
sneak
wouldn't
in
have to
and
know
do.
that they're there.
They heal them, and then as these 2 attack, my thought would be heal
I
these
think
guys.
mass healing word is also only 6 people. There's 7 there.
Chain
All
fire.
right, but
But-
I mean that's
yeah.
still
More than
Yeah.
more than none.
cool.
Okay.
Also gives them a chance to escape.
Well, thank you, Internet, so much for hanging out with us as we went through this. It sounds like Jake still has not figured out
No.
his musical
Puzzle.
here. Maybe he'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Eventually.
Got close a couple times. I heard at some points where I was like, oh, that's close.
It's almost that.
But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. A big thank you again to Hero Forge for sponsoring the video. So we will be back next week, although it will be Evil Game as we continue. Well, we'll see what happens. We have some things to
I
unpack.
just remembered what happened.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we laughing about?
Yeah, so that'll be next week. In case you missed it, Nerd Immersion Plays, the YouTube channel, is now fully up to date.
Live!
So all of the episodes of Evil Game up through the most recent one, episode 24, as
if you're
well.
a mad person, you can binge everything.
You could. And every episode of Evrand up to last week is also there. Also, tomorrow starts Rod of 7 Parts, Game 1 here on the channel, run by Jordan. Forgotten Realms Explained. He'll be running it. I'll be playing in it. That's tomorrow night at, I think, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And also, those episodes will be uploaded to Nerd Immersion Plays. So if you miss it and you want to catch it after the fact, that's a place you can do so as well. So thank you all so much for watching.
Yes.
We
I'll see
love you,
next time.
Internet.
We really do.
Bye.